And we're live. Welcome to Beers with Bad Company. I'm your host, the beer man himself. Listen, if you're a minor, don't drink on YouTube. I'm pretty sure that's against the law. Everybody else, bottoms up.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for having me on your show.
I didn't even introduce you yet. Why the fuck are you talking yet? Anyways, I suppose I'll introduce my guest here. He wants to just hop in there by himself. This is John Brownell.
Brownell.
Brownell. How now, Brownell?
Yellow screw. Brown nail.
Something like that. This is the guy that I'll be arm wrestling at the Mac event next weekend in Rochester, New York. I'm looking forward to it because I finally got like an easy fucking match for once instead of going against all these fucking top dudes. I've never even heard of this guy, so I'm liking my odds. Now, John,
It's always
why don't
good
you
to
go
be the
ahead and
underdog.
tell us a little bit about yourself so I can sit back and drink.
Yeah, I've been arm wrestling for a little over 2 years.
So you're a
Um,
rookie.
I'm a rookie, kind of getting into my own. I've been a strength athlete pretty much for the last, I guess, 25 years.
How old are
Played
you?
high level football. I'll be 37 this year. So I may not
37.
look like it, but I'll be 37.
It's hard to tell how old you look because you just look like a fucking nerd. So when you say
What, the
strength
glasses?
athlete, what do you mean?
I've been high level in Olympic weightlifting, which is the clean and jerk and snatch, not powerlifting. Powerlifting was not my thing. But I did the Olympic lifting for like 8 years. And then prior to that, I was in high level football and did all the lifting for since I was, I guess, 13 or 14.
Okay,
But
so I'm a little ignorant when it comes to lifted weights because I've like never done it in my life.
yep,
But what's the difference between powerlifting and Olympic lifting? Powerlifting is just the big three, right?
yeah, it's deadlift, squat, bench.
Okay. And
Olympic
Olympic
weightlifting
lifting,
does none of those things. It's snatch, which is essentially one move off the floor overhead, and then clean and jerk, which everyone should know what clean and jerk is. You clean and then over your head press.
oh,
So
see,
it's just those two lifts.
I was thinking about, the clean and jerk for some snatch was not weightlifting related.
Well, I mean, there's another way you go about that, but
Like sometimes when your options at last call, you don't want that snatch. It's better off to go home, shower, clean, and jerk.
yep, that is definitely true. So depends on. Usually it's the snatch first, and then you go to the clean and jerk. So that's typically the order of it, but depends on what you're getting.
So that's all there is for Olympic lifting is those two.
Those two. Yep.
There is no other Olympic weightlifting.
Nope. And it is in the Olympics. That's why it's called Olympic weightlifting.
So it's just two different variations of from the floor to overhead.
Yes, sir.
Huh.
It's snatch is a very technical lift. It's very you have to really know what you're doing. I mean, if anyone tries it, just try to snatch 95 pounds over your head. Probably can't do it. I was snatching like 315
One or
for
two
about
hands.
two hands. So it's literally off the floor, overhead, you squat, and then you squat, pick it back up.
Oh, you're allowed to like drop way down to a squat to catch it? You
Oh
don't even have
yeah.
to throw it up that high.
No, no.
Ah, sounds fucking easy.
Try it. I
Well, you don't think I
guarantee
can do
you,
95 pounds?
I guarantee you'll struggle with keeping the stability muscles of putting the weight over your head, then a deep squat with your back straight. It's a very difficult lift.
I mean, I can do it with like a 200-pound person. Does that count?
I guess. I mean, you can try a 200-pound snatch and then video it and then send it to me. I'd love to see that.
Oh, I can't see it being that difficult. I mean, it's like 200 pounds. How's it going to be hard?
Like I said, anyone out there in the ether, try it. Just try 135. Try 60 kilos. It's
Ah, I
very
think you're
awkward.
just trying to make yourself sound strong. It was really not that impressive. Like, you were in the Olympics, though.
No, there's literally been in the last probably 10 years, like two USA team members are going to the Olympics for it.
You don't even get to
We,
qualify as a team, or it's just like you guys are
so
not
the
fucking
the
close,
biggest
so we're not
reason
sending you.
is we get tested by WADA and USDA, drug tested randomly every 2 weeks. So we are the only country that is clean. All the other countries are on all kinds of stuff. I mean,
Right.
that's pretty much why.
USA is the non-steroid country.
Unless you're talking about NFL, MLB, NHL, NBA. I mean, all those are, you know, fair game, but you go to the Olympics and they don't want to represent the country and get smoked by Russia and China and Korea and all these countries. But they're all juicing up through the gills.
So how do they pass the drug testing at the Olympics?
It's all government regulated.
It's all a work, beer man. It's all a work.
Really?
Those guys make a lot of money from
So you're saying that
especially
they
Russia.
don't have to pass fucking drug
They
testing?
have to pass WADA, which is the World Anti-Doping Agency, but that's
Yeah.
only right before they go into the Olympics. But they've actually gone backtracked and got like Russians from 2008 Olympics 10 years later and took away their gold medals because they
Well, how are you
tested
going to take it
positive.
away? It's already been fucking pawned off.
They did that to Dmitry Klokov, who's a famous weightlifter. They did to a bunch of people.
Voboda. Alexei Voboda was a bobsled team winner,
Yeah, there you
and
go.
they got yanked.
Did
Yeah.
Vovoda get popped, or did one of the bobsled guys with him?
The whole team.
Like, is it the team as a whole gets popped if somebody pisses dirty, or if like did they all piss dirty?
I don't know. I would
Chances are
imagine.
it's Russia, and they were all fed exactly what to take.
I would imagine if any one person does, that should invalidate the whole team. Really.
Right,
I mean,
but not every
That's
member of
true.
the team would then get like a ban, right?
well, it depends. I mean, I guess if you tested negative and you lost your medal because your teammate tested positive, maybe he gets banned and maybe you don't.
But I still
I
lose
don't
my
know.
gold medal.
It's all a bunch of corrupt bullshit.
Well,
All of
that's
it.
some fucking horseshit. Big B, what's happening, my guy?
So, boys,
Just fucking same
Yo.
old, eh? So this weird fucking nerdy looking dude that's not Roy with the glasses, that's my next opponent. Tell me he doesn't look like a fucking dweeb. Look at him.
I look like a male model. What are you talking about? Look at that. No glasses.
Yeah, but a model for what?
kind of looks like Kiefer
Whatever you want.
Sutherland.
Hockey helmets? I'm just kidding.
Helmets.
It's way too early in the show for me to say what I wanted to say, but I will get there and then start saying all the things I'm not allowed to say live on YouTube. I always do. Usually takes about 20 minutes before I stop giving a fuck completely.
When does YouTube start flagging it and shutting you down? Do they do that when
Oh,
you go
not
live?
until people actually watch it, which I'm not worried about that ever happening. So I think we're good. I've already said like everything you're not allowed to say in succession on shows plenty of times.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay, so you did the powerlifting thing. When you say you played high level football, what do you mean by high level? Like fucking junior C? Like what? You played Division 5?
I played Division 1 football. I was a linebacker. Did my pro day. Tried to go in the NFL, but didn't make it. And then quit that sport and then started working.
Didn't make the NFL? What a bitch.
God damn it.
Like,
where did you play? What team? What school did you play at? D1.
I played at Temple University in Philly.
Oh, okay. Are you from there?
Yeah, I actually grew up in South Carolina, and then we moved when I was a teenager to right outside of Philly in South Jersey. But yeah, I was like 20 minutes from there when I went to high school.
Were you born in South Carolina?
I was born in actually New Jersey, and then when I was like 6 months old, we moved to South Carolina.
Well, that counts. You're an honorary Southerner at least.
Yeah, I guess so. Even though I have a Philly accent, but
yeah,
we were what's that?
Where do you live now?
I live in Toms River, New Jersey. So, you ever see the show Jersey Shore? All those crazy people. That's literally where I live.
They used to have some really good Little League baseball teams from there, like Little League World Series teams.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if they
yeah.
still do.
We have like half the streets in Times River are named Little League World Series Boulevard, Street, Avenue. Yeah, they went to the regionals again. I think regional final. Didn't make it to the World Series, but they made it close. Baseball is huge in Times River.
Yeah. So
But
I
yeah,
missed. Obviously, I think
Temple was different though. Temple, when I went there, we got kicked out of the Big East, and then I went there my freshman year, and then we were independent. So we played Clemson and Nebraska and Arizona State, and
what year
we
was
played
that?
Penn
What year was
State and all that. That was 2006.
2000? Why did they get? I had kind of stopped paying attention to
We
sports
weren't
at that.
competitive. We were just getting blown out because at that time that was like Miami and like all those teams were in the Big East, and we
Oh,
were going to
y'all
shut
got
down the
kicked.
program. And
Got kicked
then
out
we
for being
hired this new
non-competitive.
coach. Yeah.
Okay.
And then
I
we
got
hired
you.
this new coach. Then they changed up all the divisions, and like Virginia Tech, Miami, they all went out of the Big East. And then we were independent for a couple years, playing pretty much top 25 teams and getting smoked. But and then we ended up going into the MAC conference, and then we ended up winning the conference. My junior year, went to a bowl game against UCLA. So we kind of turned the program around.
Did y'all play a 3-4 or a 4-3 defense?
Both
And you
depended
played
on.
linebacker. You played linebacker.
Yeah, I was
on
an
both
outside.
3-4?
I was an outside linebacker, and then I would go in as like a strong safety.
I have no idea what the fuck any of that means.
All
It's
right,
football. Y'all play football, and y'all have the Grey Cup and all. Come on, you don't.
isn't
You
that
don't
where
like the
Ian is
Ottawa?
right now?
Yeah, but
Isn't
we don't
isn't
need
Ian
4
at a
downs to
football
make
practice?
it. We got bigger balls. So,
Um.
just saying.
So did I miss the first 10 minutes of you talking about your powerlifting career?
Yeah, it's not that interesting.
Yeah, it really
No.
fucking isn't. I mean, apparently there's only 2 lifts. It's just taking something from the floor and putting it over your head in 2 different fucking variations.
That's Olympic lifting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
what
what
he
I
did.
did.
Oh, you did Olympic. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so again, nowhere near as like interesting as I thought it was going to be.
That is, I'll tell you what, that's some
Look it
impressive
up.
shit, though.
Tom, you
you
look
Look
it
see
up.
at
it?
the NFL when he's talking about high level football. I'm like, fuck. I thought this guy was supposed to be an athlete.
So you did both the snatch and the clean and jerk, right?
Yep. Yep.
You ever heard of Paul Anderson?
Yes. Yeah.
Famous.
I actually competed against a Canadian, this guy Brody something. Get his name. He was like a national champion in for Canada. He was I think a 94 kg. That was the weight classes at that time.
Did you win?
I competed against him in Philly. I believe he won on the clean and jerk. He beat me on clean and jerk, and I beat him on snatch.
Well, I'm gonna beat you at everything. So let's
I
get
hope
back
you
to your
do,
arm
man.
wrestling career, because I want to talk about how you haven't been doing it for very long, but you think this is a good idea to do this match. Now, you do realize losing to me is possibly the worst fucking thing you can do in arm wrestling. I'm a and I will rub your face in a big old pile of dog shit if I'm winning.
That's fine. You can do whatever you want. For
No, I
me,
can't. I'm a grown-ass
since
man.
I'm 2 years in, this is just an opportunity for me to get my name out there. Ian approached me with it, and I said, "Yeah, why not?"
So how did you get in contact with Ian?
Ian, I think he reached out to my training partner Matt Wilds, who has that match against Dakota, and then he asked Matt if there's anybody that would take a match with you, and then he mentioned my name, and Ian hit me up. That's how it happened, I guess.
Interesting. It's just like, hey, fuck, you got any bum on that team that we've never heard of that Evan can whoop on from a show?
Pretty much. I mean, I'm on Sean Latimer's team, so he's pretty much
Is there
been
like
coaching me
anybody
since
good on
day
your
one.
team though?
Yeah, man, we got Joe Galgoki. He's top 5 for 242s. Kevin Collar is in U.S.
Top 5 in
on
the
left
U.S.
hand.
That's not a real thing.
Yeah.
You're just making that up like everything else you fucking said tonight, which I appreciate. I mean, it's so lot more interesting than telling the truth. That's boring.
Kevin Collar, who's got that match against Jamie, he's a freak that no one knows about.
Oh, Staken is gonna smoke him.
Telling you, man, he's gonna make a big. So Kevin doesn't like traveling a lot. He's got a big family and everything, so he doesn't travel much and gets outside of the Northeast. But I'm telling you, people that travel to like Dave Morocco's and some of these big practices, they pull him and they're like, "Who is this freak?" Like he's insane. He's like 6'3", 6'4". He's like just under 220, and his hand is just insane.
I'm thinking
Top
your team
roller.
goes 0-3. Well, I mean, your buddy might beat Dakota because I can't tell with Dakota, but I think he might be a prepubescent trans. It's hard to say. Have you ever talked to Dakota? Like,
Well, he's tall, right?
is it a he?
He
And so I
then
mean, like Dakota, and then you
It-
give those looks. It's like I've got no idea
Yeah.
what the fuck I'm talking to these days.
The pronoun is it.
Yeah, dude.
Oh shit.
But
Hey.
Matt, my training partner, he's like probably 5'8". So I think Dakota is tall, right?
He's almost as tall as Beer
Probably.
Man.
I don't know. I'm 6 foot, give or take, a couple inches. You know, give or take.
You're
You
taller
need
than the 5 foot.
This shoe
I know-
height. And,
I know you're taller than the 5'9" guy, Beer Man. I know that much for sure.
Well, I mean, I'm 5'11" and 7/8, according to my fucking driver's license.
From 20 years ago.
So,
So
well, it depends on what convenience store I'm leaving at the time. I could be anywhere from 5'9" to 6'3".
there you go.
well, when you wear those high heels in those stores, then you're definitely 6'3".
Just drink your beer. I don't fucking like you. This is going to be so much more fun. You talk a little bit of shit. Now you're picking yourself a fight. You don't want to do that, man. You don't want to do that. I'll tell you.
Do it.
Don't touch the man main. It's a bad idea.
Yeah, don't do that.
I get a little ornery.
Don't you think he looks kind of like with his hat on backwards like that? He kind of looks like a Hasidic Jew, doesn't he?
Well,
I mean, I'm in Tom's River. That's literally the Hasidic Jew capital of the world.
shut up.
Is it
Roy.
really?
So yeah,
I wear my hat
It is.
backwards because the light's in the front, and if I wear it in the front, it casts all the shadows, and that pisses me off. So
We want to see more of your beautiful face, Beer Man.
shut up, Roy. Fuck.
wait, didn't you post a photo from like 15, 20 years ago, right when you were doing mixed martial arts, and you were you look like you were in a boy band.
What a fucking weird ass stalker is bringing up pictures from 20 fucking years ago.
Oh,
It was
he's
posted
seen the
recently.
picture. The picture with where he's like this with the nipple ring or whatever.
Yeah.
God damn. Oh, that's so gay. Oh my god.
See, this is why I don't fucking do pictures. Like, ever. It's always going to come back to bite you in the fucking ass.
Hey, you know what's even better? I was looking on your brother's Facebook page the other day, and I saw a
It's not
match from
creepy at all, Roy.
I saw a match from like 10 years ago, you against Adam, and you had like still
Are you
had
gonna
hair
talk
on
about
top
the
of your
hair?
head. Yes,
The hair?
God. It looked like you had a dead porcupine on the back of your neck.
So that was like my first little tournament ever. We ran it here at this little fucking local hockey rink for the local fucking winter carnival. Fucking, yeah. We were all very, very new. It was basically just my team competing against each other. And like 2 local guys thought they would jump in. And yeah, that hair was it was something. My youngest brother, the Duckfoot, showed up to that. healed a toe and a fucking cast with a broken leg and won it easily.
Is that when y'all all
Fucking
first
won.
kind of? Is that when y'all all first kind of started arm wrestling?
Yeah, like my first event that I ever went to was November of 2012. That was like early February 2013. So like 2 months later. So we had all just started. Like my brothers had been to like 2 or 3 practices at my house when we did that.
Your younger
One of our
brother
new
was
guys
good,
actually
right?
broke his
He was
arm.
good.
Who was good?
Your little brother, the one that's like that didn't weigh a lot.
No, Duckfoot weighs a lot. He's like 6'3", 310.
Oh,
Yeah, he's a fucking ogre with a head about this fucking big. His hands just like dwarf mine. His face is all covered in scars because he got stabbed a bunch of times. He just looks like the dude you don't want to run into in a fucking alley ever.
I've
makes
seen him
sense.
in
Also,
person.
he is a dude you don't want to run into in an alley ever.
This is true.
He
All
looks
this
like
is
somebody
true.
that might try to like mug and rape you, but he won't mug you. He'll let you
Which is
keep
funny.
all of your money, your wallet, your phone, your watch, all of that. And the rape is like a 50-50.
just gonna happen.
Right? He's not actually going to penetrate you, but you're going to believe he's about to try the whole time. He just likes fucking with people. He thinks it's hilarious.
He likes to do
How
simulated,
Melville got into the sport.
fake simulated rape on people. Males, only males.
Yeah. He's kind of shy. He won't talk to girls.
Yeah, I get it.
But I've watched him do pronator curls, grabbing people by the dick, picked them up, and just pronator curl them. Multiple people.
That's a clean and jerk.
Well, first he snatched them up, and then he gave him a clean jerk. Yeah, he's you don't want to run into that dude. His fucking hand is enormous. It's he's fucking strong.
He does. He
ogre.
He looks like something that came out from under a bridge to menace the villagers. I mean, he really does.
Well, you were there, whatever, for Arm Gods Valhalla 2 in Gatineau.
Yeah.
Did you see him arm wrestling with Mindaugas?
Yeah.
He just kept fucking flopping Mindy's hand open over and over again.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a big, strong, fucking caveman looking dude.
Yeah, he's a fucking ogre. He wants a high level match that he's got a reason to train for. But nobody knows who the fuck he is. And he shows up drunk as fuck for events after not training and then loses because, he forgets to go. And he just looks like a fucking loser. Then nobody wants to offer him a match. But he's like, well, I'd actually train and take it serious if there was money. I'm like, well, you're not going to get anybody that's going to give you money if you won't train and take it serious.
Yeah, you kind of got to put the cart before the horse, or horse before the cart.
Or you could just be the same drunken fucking retard you always are publicly on the internet. And then people know who you are, and then they'll pay you.
Or call someone out.
Who do you think would be a good match for him if he really took it serious and trained and didn't show up drunk? Who do you think would be a good match for him?
Like if he took it seriously?
Yeah. Yeah, like if he really, trained and didn't fuck up and,
Bresnan?
Really?
Yeah, probably. So, like, when we were trading for the bottom 8 too, Brett found out his first match was supposed to be against Coach Ray. And we were explaining to him that Coach Ray is this like 165-pound Lithuanian fucking trans that is really fucking strong. You might want to fucking take it serious. He's like, well, I mean, look, I'm showing up just to get fucking hammered because you said there's free booze for the competitors. Like, yeah, but there's money for the guy that wins. What? How much money? So I don't know what it actually is. It hasn't been finalized, but last about $5,000. Are you fucking get $5,000 just for beating like you? How are you going to do this event, Evan? Like, hard to say, but there's a good possibility I can win it. So all I got to do is show up strong enough that I whip your ass, and I'll probably make $5,000. Probably. Well, fuck. So the kid actually knocks off all the drinking, starts showing up to practice twice a week for like 3 months. We're still 3 months away from this event. And it takes my entire fucking team 45 minutes to do anything with them. And that is king of the table, nonstop. Right? And you're talking like me, all the rest of my brothers, Alan Ford, BLM, like there's some fucking competitive fucking dudes there. And he's just running over us one after another for 45 minutes straight after 3 months of solid training. Then COVID fucked it all up, and he's not willing to do it all again because I fucking tried for 3 months. COVID fucked me around. I didn't even get to make any money. I just fucking hated 3 months of my life for no fucking reason. So
You better right or left?
that was right-handed. His left hand's okay.
His right hand's his best hand.
His left hand, he's got a gnarly shoulder press, but he's got to have his shoulder all the way over. I can't hold it if his shoulder's all the way in, but his right, his hand is fucking massive, and you can't budge it. You can't crack it in any direction. And if you turn it into a hook and you got to deal with his arm, that's even fucking stronger. And if he
What about
turns his
Austin
shoulder
Jagers?
across it, like we got video of him just how many times did he pin Devin in a row? Like fucking 15?
What about Austin Jagers?
I think Brett would fucking destroy Austin if he was actually training ready to go. I mean, that's another match. Like, but Tim Bresnan's got that whole old school fucking name legacy, right? And I love Tim.
Yeah, Tim's good people.
But it brings a lot more fucking eyes to it when it's Tim Bresnan's name. So I think Brett would fucking crush Tim if he was ready to go too.
Crushing?
It'd be 3-0. I'm pretty sure of it.
It's crazy to think he's got that much talent and he just doesn't really care.
Well,
Yeah.
he doesn't care at all. And he's got all fucked up shoulders. So he complains about how much it hurts and the aches and pains. And like, he's never been a guy that went through. Roy has no idea what it's like. But John, when you first got into arm wrestling, it doesn't matter how much you've done in the rest of your life. That first 6 months, you are going to go through some atrocious level pain. Like, arm wrestling is not for pussies. I boxed, I kickboxed, I did jujitsu, I wrestled. Nothing comes even close to the amount of fucking pain that you deal with arm wrestling, and that's without an injury, right?
Yep.
Every other sport in the world, you know, cardio crushes you, that shit hurts, but it goes away when you finally get to lay down and puke. But for actual
This is
pain
just
without an injury,
nagging, aching, nonstop, 24/7.
laying
months
in
and
bed
months.
with your arms in the air like a fucking T-Rex, wondering why you're like, okay, look, I understand you're fucking 10 months pregnant, and the last thing you want to do is fucking deal with a fucking dick right now, but I can't do it myself, so if you don't fucking do it, you're going to be sitting here listening to me cry the whole night. It's bad.
It's hard with a baby too.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I
why would
know-
you ever get a baby to jerk you off, you fucking weirdo?
No, holding my kid, my son was insane.
Damn it.
I actually made a post on Facebook. I was probably a year and a half into the sport. And it was because I was the one that had to get up and do the whole baby thing all night that night. And like trying to feed a baby with arms that I could barely fucking move. It was like, that's it. I got to quit this fucking sport. It is just too painful. Like, I can't do it anymore. Then I woke up, read the post, saw the comments, and agreed with everybody that was commenting that I need to shut up. I'm being a fucking pussy. Yeah.
So, okay, John, let me ask you a quick question. Are you a hooker? Are you a top roller? What do you like to do? Presser?
I'm a hooker. I think Evan and I will agree to just go into the hook.
Think so?
Or I can top roll you. My hand's
Can you?
strong. Yeah,
Can you top roll though?
we'll see. But yes.
Wow. Here's the thing. Guys that hook generally hook because they can't top roll. It doesn't make sense to top roll, or it doesn't make sense to hook if you can top roll. Hooking.
I think my side pressure is probably unique for someone that's only 2 years in. I just feel more comfortable doing a hook.
Explain to me how unique your side pressure is, why it's effective, and what specifically you do with it.
What happened to him? He disappeared. What the hell? So this is Carnegie coming on, Ian? I thought he was. Is he not?
Yeah, I think he should be on any minute. I think he was at
Oh,
his
okay, good.
son's football practice.
So this is at the MAC event, right? Is that right?
Yeah, it's at
Okay.
the first MAC event. Yeah,
So,
in Rochester.
So it's all matches start in straps unless both competitors agree not to, correct?
I don't know actually. I know I saw
I think
the one that Ian posted up, and they went into the strap right away. But I don't know if they just agreed to that, or is that's just how it is. I know a couple of us were asking about that.
I think I read where somebody asked the question in the comments, and I think it was Carnegie. I'm not sure, but I think Carnegie replied and told them that it's straps unless both people say no straps, which means it's pretty much always going to be straps.
Right.
Right. And I think that's a good idea because it eliminates the fucking wasted time of two guys fucking around for 5 minutes and then fucking both just letting go. And then
Okay,
right.
So did I like freeze before I got up to grab beer?
No,
I don't know.
Well, why didn't my question get
so.
fucking answered?
I didn't hear a question. What was your question?
Well, then it must have froze. I want to hear more about this unique side pressure, how it works, and what makes it so effective.
Oh, yeah.
The side pressure. You know what side pressure is? Usually people in 2 years in don't really have, they focus on back pressure. They focus on a lot of things. And since I have a very strong, I guess, bench and things like that, that it makes my side pressure a little bit stronger than someone else that would start 2 years in.
Okay, so like you wear glasses, you got the ear things in, like you look super fucking nerdy. Are you like fucking dumb?
Dude. It's not nice.
I
Not
went
a
to
fucking
MIT.
nice guy. Okay, when I say side pressure, there's a ton of ways that side pressure can become effective. You being 2.5 years in, saying that yours is unique, I would like to know what the fuck is unique about it. Do you have that just drive straight sideways while in an external rotating position like Toddzilla?
There's
Or
that, yeah.
is it internal rotation where it's just elbow
It's more like
integrity that
Toddzilla.
you can just drive through?
More like Toddzilla.
You're not looking to commit shoulder to get your side pressure.
That is not my style at all.
So
whatsoever.
when you hook, you have an open dragged arm and it just goes sideways? Or is it
yeah,
like a mechanically bicep driven where you're dragging?
Yeah, it's more like a drag.
Well, that's not side pressure. That's dragging.
Okay.
Well,
so, ladies and gentlemen, it's a dumb fucking nerd. Fuck.
Damn it.
I
So
mean, if
can
I
you
can
go
be dumb about
sideways?
arm wrestling, then I'll take it.
Can you go sideways without your hand like Todd Zilla?
Yes.
Like
yes. If my hand gets taken, I can go sideways like that very easily.
Then you're going actually sideways, right?
You're fucked, Beer Man. You're fucked, Beer Man. Fucked.
If he can go sideways like Toddzilla, I am unequivocally fucked. Yes. I promise you, everybody would know this fucking nerd's name, and I wouldn't have been so shocked that he looked like such a fucking nerd when I first saw him if he could go sideways, in fact, like Toddzilla. Now, it may be a similar looking thing, but there is no fucking way he's got the same amount of fucking pressure that Toddzilla does when he does it, or everybody would know who the fuck he is.
Maybe it's just in the same vector.
Correct.
Well, obviously, it's not as strong as Podzilla.
Right. So
It's like I could probably do like 80 pounds that in that movement, that side pressure movement like that.
man, I can clean and jerk that. Fuck. I'll snatch it.
Hey, so
I
you
don't know
said
if
you
you
went.
can.
You said you went to MIT. What really? What did you? What was
There's
your?
just an AI 2-year program for like professionals.
So you
I'm in
really are a
technology.
nerd.
Yeah.
Wow.
I sell
Fucking
data
love beating
protection,
on
data
nerds.
security, ransomware protection that uses AI, machine learning to gain insights on the data, classify the data, make sure there's no sensitive data with companies, and make an error gap, which essentially blocks it all from any internet access so hackers can't get into it.
So you're trying to make Skynet become self-aware, is what you're telling us.
Yeah, absolutely. I work with a lot of pharma companies,
Can you
Oh,
drink a
God.
lot of
the
beer?
large pharma companies.
Can you drink a lot of beer?
Of course.
No, I mean like
I'm
right now.
Scottish and Irish.
I want you to just drink a lot of beer right now so we stop talking about AI and Skynet bullshit.
Well,
Fuck.
you keep bringing up the nerd. I'm just trying to
Well, you are
live
a
up to it.
fucking nerd. Clearly, you don't have to keep proving it. It's fucking well established. I mean, I'm just gonna make fun of you because that's what I do. Look, I'm cool. You're a nerd. You know, if this was fucking college again, I'd be stuffing you in a locker.
Hey,
Yeah,
Beerman was 20.
now you're being fun. Do stuff like that more. Now just drink faster because this will get way more entertaining. Now, so the side pressure thing, I have watched videos of you arm wrestling, and it's pretty clear that you're still new. You're putting it all together, but you're not a
Yeah.
weak individual.
No.
So
Clearly,
how
there's
long
being 2
in?
years, I don't have nearly the experience, but that's why I'm
Well,
here.
2 years in, I was like fucking really good. Technically, I'm just not that strong of a person because I don't like lifting weights because I hate
Right.
it because it bores me and I could be drinking beer instead. I love arm wrestling and I arm wrestle a lot, so I would arm wrestle literally every day, probably unless I was resting for an event. I would arm wrestle every day of the year. I would, 3 months straight, don't miss a fucking day unless I'm resting for an event, right?
And you could do that with all that soreness. Because when I
No, I
started off, I
cried like a
would be like
motherfucker. It sucked.
once
I
a week, and
hated
I
it.
was done.
Yeah, hated it. I'd wake up the next day, I'm fucking in tears. You try to shovel the driveway, hit a chunk of ice that's stuck in the snow. I dropped the fucking shovel, went inside, called my buddy. Hey, still got the plow in your truck? Good. You're doing my driveway for the rest of the fucking winter. I'm not touching that
Well,
fucking
don't you
shovel
roof
again.
too?
He
Aren't you a
shows up.
roofer?
Yeah, I know it sucked. He shows up with the fucking plow. He's like, dude, your fucking shovel's still laying in the driveway. I don't give a fuck. Put that bitch into the snowbank. I don't see her again. Like, I'm not shoveling anymore. That fucking hurt. Not doing it.
No.
It hurt. But then somebody would show up to have a pint, be like, "You want to arm wrestle a bit?" And you
Yep.
try to say no, but couldn't do it. I was bad at arm wrestling. I'm a big dude. I wrestled. I bounced. I fought. I can physically manipulate people into doing whatever the fuck I need them to do on a regular basis. And then I start arm wrestling and I get my ass whooped by a fucking 68-year-old man that weighs 143 pounds. Wasn't
Yep.
okay with it. It just,
Yeah.
I don't like being bad at things. I really don't like being bad at things I would consider manly. And I think I should beat these people arm wrestling. And I couldn't. It drove me nuts. So I just did it all day, every day, as much as I fucking could until I got better at it. So, but 2.5 years in, I had like a 10-year arm kind of thing, right? So
Right.
technically, I got very, very proficient in a short period of time. And if I had the motivation to be strong that I did to learn, fuck,
Yeah.
world
Yep.
champ. But I prefer beer and enjoying my life.
Damn. So what he's
I
telling
mean,
you
you
is
make a good point.
his peak was like 9 years ago, is what he's telling you.
No, I peaked in high school.
Well, okay.
Just
15
didn't
years
realize that till lately. Oops. Anyways, so I was going somewhere with this, and Roy fucked it all up. Holy fuck, Roy. This is why you get told to shut up so often.
Yeah.
2 years in.
Yeah, I watched your arm wrestling. I watched the way you move. Blah, blah, blah. You can tell you're still putting it together. There's several things that well, basically, I just think you suck. I should not lose this match. I was worried about it at first. I really was. We had the phone call, like, whenever we first found out about it, and I'm like, fuck. This dude's this big old fucking jack dude, fucking Olympic lifting on Team USA and fucking NFL bullshit. I'm like, fuck, do you know what kind of fucking freak athlete a dude's got to be a linebacker for a white guy to make the NFL?
Yeah, I do.
Jesus. Fuck.
I'm usually pretty good at any sport that I got involved in.
What is your weight? What's your weight and height?
I'm about a little over 6 foot, and right now I'm like 225. I lost a lot of weight. I actually lost like 15 pounds. I got sick. I'm trying to gain it back.
So you're normally about 240?
235 ish, 240. Yeah, walking around.
What are you right now, beer man? 280?
I don't know. I haven't checked it a bit. I mean, I could run inside and check, but I
What
would
would you guess?
235, 240.
Bullshit. Are you serious?
Yeah, man. I was sick as fuck for the last like 5 days. Fucking fever of 103. Fucking just burning fucking skin, shitting egg whites. Like, it was not fun. Like, there was a whole lot of fucking farts I should not have trusted. So basically, I had to just sit on the couch for 3 days because I didn't have a change of clothes with me, and I didn't want it running down my leg. It was rough. But I
Yeah,
did
that's what I
fuck
was
all for
experiencing
eating.
too.
Like, I definitely lost weight. I'm all skinny and shit. This shirt's actually a large. I
So
haven't
you
worn
lost
a large shirt in my adult life.
Why do you have one on now? You had one in the closet?
Well, no, stole it from my buddy. I
He's
mean, does
flexing
it
his pecs when
really
we got
fit?
on.
What?
He's accentuating those pecs when they're large.
My
Oh,
titties.
wow. Look at that. Wow.
Yeah,
That's
you don't gotta
impressive.
fucking work out to look jacked. You just gotta wear clothes that are too small. If you shop at Baby Gap, everybody's jacked. It's a really big, large shirt. No, the beer hand's not a very big dude. He's like, well, that shirt might fit you. Like, what size is it? He's like, large, I think. I'm like, motherfucker, I can't wear a large. I haven't worn a large in like fucking 20 years. Like, well, what other choice do you have? You don't have a shirt. I'm like, well, fuck, I guess I'll try it. Uh, it fits enough. It got on.
Look good,
I
man. You
can't.
look good.
I can't really stand. You fucking homo. I can't stand up because my gut hangs out. Don't want people looking at that. But yeah, no, I definitely lost weight, and I had no idea I was going to be 270 in Ireland, man. Like, I didn't check my weight at all. A month and a half out, I was 245. I didn't check my weight till I got there, and I waited at 272. I'm like, oh fuck, I put on some weight for this. But
How do you not notice your pants fitting differently when you gain that much weight? What kind of pants do you wear? Fucking sweatpants with an elastic waistband?
almost always, yeah, you know this.
Really, you don't wear like
I'm wearing jeans right now, but my jeans, it's not like I have a specific belt loop that I use, right? I got I got a nice belt for Christmas a few years back that's like adjustable and shit. And it doesn't have like, wear and tear markers on it that you know. So I just didn't notice. Plus, all the weight I put on was all up here. Look, if I knew how to bring up the picture of me standing at the stage, staring down at Uncle John right before the match, I look fucking jacked, dude.
All right, so I have a question for you then.
Yep.
Never mind.
Probably a stupid question.
Probably was.
John, drink your fucking beer real quick.
Is Carnegie coming on?
Yeah, he's supposed to be. He should have been here by now.
There's no telling what he's doing.
Man,
Hey, did you hear the discussion?
piss at. First of all, this fucking nerd's drinking out of a goddamn Yeti.
Keeps it cold, and you fit two of them in here. Actually, three.
Well, why don't you just go ahead and drink 3 fucking beers? See, if you drink like a man, I don't need a Yeti to keep my beer cold because I just drink it and they stay cold. I actually pull them out of the fridge 3 at a time, and the third one's still fucking cold.
Well, you are a talent.
It's impressive, isn't it? So basically, I just work on a repeated system of drop sets. You start with your 8-ounce curl, then a 6, then a 4, then a 2, and then you go back to 8.
Yeah.
But I do a
What is
lot
that?
of reps, right? It's volume work, not.
What is this? Oh.
Is that a mushrooms in it?
Oh.
It's got hash in it.
Well, hopefully he gets fucked up.
So what made you want to get into arm wrestling, John?
He's an idiot.
One of my coworkers was arm wrestling with Sean Latimer's team, like maybe 10 years ago. And I went to one of his tournaments. And I was like, what the hell is this? Got kind of hooked into it, and then I fell out of it. And then a few years ago, I started looking it up on YouTube. It came across, and then literally tried to figure out who the hell my coworker was working out with. And he texted me Sean Latimer, and then I went down to his house and started arm wrestling. But always had interest in it, just never got into it because of the whole Olympic lifting thing. I was trying to go to the Olympics and all that, and then that didn't work out. Then it was kind of like on to the next thing.
Yeah. So
But I think everybody has an interest in it. No one just knew about it. That was an actual like big sport, like professional sport.
It's definitely gotten bigger over the last few years.
It is definitely got bigger. So I got a poll here to see who in the chat thinks I'm going to win. 79% of my fans say no, I won't.
Sounds about right.
Like, I fucking hate these guys. They remind me of my family.
But 20% is with you, Beer Man. So, I mean, there's always that.
Well, 20% of them are fucking completely retarded. I haven't won a match in fucking 5 years. Why the fuck would I win now? You know what? I'm going to go ahead and win the first 2 rounds and make you look real bad. And when they call you back up to the table for round 3, you're going to be like, I don't want to. The mean man's going to yell at me again. But then I'll start being nice to you. I'll start letting you work. And I'll probably let you come back to get the 3-2 win.
You know what you need to do, John?
keep my streak intact.
You know what you need to do, John, is when you get him, when you come forward and you just get him in a hook and he can't move you, you need to say in your best Bill Cosby voice, "You want a pudding pop, boy?"
That's funny because we literally had a whole photo shoot with this guy when I was playing, and that was all before all that stuff happened.
No, it was no. It started happening back in the '70s. It all came out later.
We had
So
no
when you
idea
met
that we
him
were
and did the
taking
photo
photos
shoot,
with this dude.
did you or anybody else you know wake up with a weird headache and a sore butt?
Maybe it wasn't me, but maybe
Uh, did you just type something to me?
I did.
Well, why
Because
didn't you
my
just fucking ask me?
what's the link to the show so I can check
Okay, so
these
I
live
don't
chatters?
understand any of what that fucking was that you did.
You just got to go on
Oh,
YouTube.
I use Zoom on a daily basis, like 1,000 times a day.
Yeah. Fucking, if you had a channel, we would have done it on there. I'd be a drunken asshole on your channel, just the same. I don't give a fuck, but I don't know how to do that. Like, if somebody puts the link for the show into the YouTube chat box, could you share it to whoever?
There we
I
go.
mean,
Never mind, I got it. I'm on it.
I could use my phone and just send it to your
I
Facebook.
got it. I'm on it.
Like, I suck at this shit.
We got on here.
All you got to do is go to YouTube and look up Beerman Burgoyne and pull it up and just put it on mute. And then you can superimpose your Zoom window over it where you can see the chat on your right hand side.
I don't know how to do all this shit. It's too complicated.
Especially, do you subscribe to
AI Beer
Beerman's
Man coming to.
YouTube?
Yeah, I subscribe to him.
Do you
I
watch
show
this
him some
show?
love.
Do you watch this
He's
show
worth
on
a
a
few of
regular
them.
basis?
I've been watching it as of recent.
Trying to pick up some tips and hints about how you're going to beat him.
A little bit, but I have a lot of guys that has faced Evan. They've
Tell
been
me about
helping me
these
out on the
guys.
back end.
I want to hear about this.
Roger.
Yeah,
Roger?
I would listen to Roger. Like, how do you do it, Roger?
He top rolled me. I wanted to get into the hook with him. I was expecting last time I had pulled him to go into the hook, and he said he wanted nothing to do with my hook once he gripped up with me, and he top rolled me.
Oh, now,
Very fast too. But I was at right then. That was when I was 220. I think at that time he was big. He was like 255, 260 in that tournament.
what's that
I
gotta
pulled
be?
up. Roger did good against Uncle John at Knuckles Up.
Yeah, he beat him what 3-2?
Yeah, I think.
Is it 3-2? I think he did pretty good against Beerman too. Hey, did you know this? Here's a fun fact. Beerman is actually a genius. Can you believe it?
I actually can believe it, to be honest with you. After talking with him one on one, he definitely is intelligent.
Yeah, he's so good at playing a dumbass though, right?
That's the genius, right?
Right. I mean, those are the people you got to look out for because you always underestimate them.
Absolutely. I heard the Valley High hookers weren't having practices as of late.
We're not having practices.
Yeah. Is that
What
true?
was the I don't know. What was the reason given?
Just
Everybody sick?
either that or Evan wasn't hosting them. Maybe it's because Evan was sick or something.
I don't know what kind of. Did you get really sick too? Like he was talking about.
Yeah, we got sick. My whole family, my 8-month-old, he got sick for the first time, so that was fun dealing with that with my first kid.
Oh God.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that was not fun.
Yeah. Nothing like being brutally sick. Both you and your wife are both brutally sick.
It was just not good.
And then
Actually, I
having to
got
deal.
sick first, and then my wife got sick a couple days later, and then it kind of just prolonged. And then my son was just not sleeping for like he still hasn't really slept in like the last 3 weeks.
God dang, dude, you need to. I hope that all turns around and levels out for you. I mean, how many days away is this match now? Was it 2 weeks away?
Yeah, it's next not this Saturday, next Saturday.
Yeah, so less than 2 weeks. Shit.
Evan, how are you flying there? Or are you driving there
Mind
to
your fucking
Rochester?
business, John. Roy, quit talking to fucking Tanya, man. The fuck?
I'm flying in that day, flying out the same day.
You're flying
I just
from
stick around to drink.
It's like 6.5, 7 hour drive, and I'm not doing that.
oh, is it that far? Wow.
I think my drive's about the same. I'm definitely going to drive down.
I mean, my team member Kevin, he's gonna drive up, but me and Matt are gonna fly.
But
Beer man,
flying
you gonna
the
have
same day?
What's that?
But you fly out the same day.
Yeah, I got stuff to do with the family on Sunday.
So if the event goes late and you miss your flight,
Well, Ian's setting it up, so we'll be the first couple matches of the pay-per-view.
interesting. Interesting. Where the fuck is Ian? Stupid fuck. So to anybody in the chat, DF, I sent you that link earlier so you can post that. And Steve, I will be at provincials this weekend. Yes. That's how few fucks I give about John Brownell's fucking ability level. Is I will be at provincials this weekend before I go to deal with him the weekend after.
sounds like a great plan for success, Beer man.
I'm gonna do a full workout. I'm gonna do some bicep curls Friday night. Get a nice pump in. They look good on the pay-per-view. I mean, we're
Well, why
wearing
don't
those
you just do them
cutoffs,
before
so
the match so you walk out there all buff and stuff?
I'll do that too.
So
Shoot some synthol in the biceps.
I can see how that's good for like the look, but like, isn't that like really stupid?
Yeah, the one dude's like arm was like eating itself from it. And
Yeah,
like I
like
think
all
it was like in
fucking
Brazil.
literally petrified his bicep.
Yeah, it literally ate itself.
Did
Like
it eat
melted
itself?
away.
I thought it was like turning it to fucking stone type. Like just
I think it did that, and then there was like a bacteria, and it started like the flesh was like eating itself. The dude had to get it like half of it get like ripped out of his arm.
yeah, but you don't really need it. You just fill it back up with synthol again, and you're like good to go.
Yeah,
Right? You weren't worried about being
it's
strong.
ridiculous.
DF, not the Zoom link, the pay-per-view link, so people can fucking buy the pay-per-view. So I don't want anybody to click on John's link because the athletes get paid by how many people buy the show based on their own personal link for it. So anybody that wants to watch this event, which you should watch, there's a lot of great arm wrestling matches. If you're a fan of mine, tune in. I'm going to break the losing streak. But if you're like a hater of mine, which is far more likely, tune in. You're going to get to watch me get my ass beat again.
Yeah.
Either way, buy it on my link. What was the next thing I wanted to go to? Fuck. See, I start fucking drinking and I forget about things.
Shit.
Beer man would seem to have an eidetic memory if not for the alcohol. No. Far from correct. What's eidetic mean again? I drink too much. Like my memory was perfect. I remembered absolutely everything of all time until the drinking. Fuck. Yeah, anyways. That stuff's fucking delicious. So when's the last time you had an actual tough match where you had to make adjustments, where what you wanted to do isn't working and you need to figure out a new way to get around to win?
I mean, the last one was the Winter Blast Super match. That was a very bad performance. I had a shoulder injury and couldn't really do what I wanted to do with my super match. And then I tried to go inside and shoulder press. Pretty much the only thing I could do that didn't hurt. Never did that before, and kind of just got stuck in this weird position here. And then he just opened me up.
Who are you against?
But David Shubich.
You lost to fucking Shubich, the fucking gym teacher.
Yes.
You better elaborate on this short-term injury and explain that it was completely debilitating, but absolutely a non-issue anymore.
Oh yeah, yeah. I had a torn labrum that was pretty significant and was
But you got
hurting me
like
for like
stem
a few
cells or
months.
something, and it's now at 140%.
BPC 157 literally healed it in a month. Now I have zero pain in it whatsoever.
Is that peptides?
Yep, it's that peptide that someone recommended to me from the New Jersey teams, and tried it for a month, and literally it feels like a brand new shoulder.
You know what's way better than PPC? PCP.
Well, there's that too.
Yeah, no, like if PCP made you good, man, I would be a fucking rock star.
I mean, I might do the whole mushroom trick before we go out and compete. Ever been on mushrooms and arm wrestled?
You want to do that? I mean, I'll do it with you.
Just bring a little chocolate bar.
No. None of this chocolate bar bullshit.
Raw.
And we're not talking fucking none of this micro dosing. We're talking mega macro dosing. Like, let's get fucked up. We're going to be out there trying to understand what the fucking pterodactyl wearing the fucking black and white shirt's telling us to do.
Last time I did that, I thought I was Stretch Armstrong. My arm kept literally stretching like 30 feet in front of me. And I was just like slapping people in the face, but I was actually
you were just ready for that
face
last fucking basket from Space Jam.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, the original, not that fucking political fucking bitch.
Literally was going up to people and smacking them in the face, and I thought I was like 30 feet away. My arm was just stretching out, and I was just like, pop, pop.
So you just got high fuck on mushrooms and slapped a bunch of people in the face.
Yeah.
Were these people that you knew that were friends of yours?
Yes. Well,
I don't want to hear stories like this until after the match, because it makes me like you, and I don't want to like you right now. But I mean, if you want to get all fucked up on mushrooms, I'm in.
Hey man, my boy Matt that I train with, he does it. He's done it a few times in matches. He said it works.
I know a few dudes that arm wrestle at a far higher level than Matt. That'll do that.
Yeah, Matt's going to be great. Guys, tune in if you want to see a mushroom match.
There is no fucking way I can see myself competing at any sort of level.
No.
So I don't want to.
It depends on the trip, though.
Fuck, I've never had a bad trip. There's no such thing. There's no such thing. Anybody that's ever had a bad trip on mushrooms is weak.
No, I've always had very fun experiences.
Mushrooms can't hurt you. And if you don't enjoy seeing a bunch of fucked up things, why the fuck?
Dude, don't watch TV though. Do not watch TV, man. Everything out of the TV was coming at me, and I was like, it was wild.
I fucking smoked a bunch of mushrooms one night. I don't know why, but I decided let's see if you can get high as fuck smoking the fucking things. And you can. You absolutely can. I got so
I guess you can smoke anything.
Years long, but holy fuck was I ripped. I fucking tried to like, I was still living in my mom's house. I was only a fucking teenager. And I'm sitting there on the fucking futon watching TV. I was trying to watch a movie. I don't remember what it was, but all of the words were coming out of the speaker. Like, this is back in the old, like, fucking picture tube floor model that fucking rotated on a swivel TV. And all of the words are coming out of the speaker in bubble letters. And I had to watch the sound of the movie. So I couldn't actually watch the movie. I was too busy trying to read what they were saying. It was fucked up. You can, in fact, see sounds if you get high enough on mushrooms. I'm telling you, you can.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you this too. I had a buddy in college living in the dorm, and he was living in the dorm, and they had like the TV room where everybody could come in and watch the TV. Or no, they were in somebody's room watching the TV, and they had it on a channel. Him and this other guy had taken acid, and they had it on a channel, and they were watching it. And these people, everybody kept coming in, and like after like several minutes, everybody kept coming in and said, "Why are you two guys sitting there watching the static?" And they're like, "What do you mean the static?" And they're like, "You don't see it?" Like, "No, it's static. Why are y'all sitting here watching static?" And he said, him and the other guy could see there was no sound, but they could see like an old black and white Western, like a stagecoach Western, like black and white. Could have been a silent film, but there was no sound, but they could see it, whereas everybody else was just seeing static.
So if you got high enough, I am quite sure there is dimensional travel available for your mind where like that fucking digital scramble that you see of that static of the channels that you don't have gets erased. I'm sure of it. I've been involved in some fucked up fun things. Captain Obvious, if you did bong rips of mushrooms in your younger years, you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. And I agree. It does not taste good. Do not smoke mushrooms being like, you know what? Those are some tasty mushrooms.
That's how AI was figured out on mushrooms.
It tastes like a hobo fucking puked in a fucking diaper full of baby shit. It is terrible. Not good.
Are you aware, John, about the people that are mapping all people from different places, obviously all around the world, are coming back and drawing maps of the world they go to on DMT, and they all come like they're the same, like they're all going to the same place?
No, that's wild.
Yeah, like somebody in Alaska does DMT, and then he comes back and draws a picture of what he saw, and then like the guy in China does the same thing. It's like the same. They're going to the same place.
Yeah, I've never went to that place on DMT, man. I love DMT. It's absolutely the most fucking fun thing I've ever done. And I ain't never fucking went there. Like, I don't know what people are talking about. I just I stay exactly where I am. It's just there's no such thing as pain. That's gone. It doesn't exist. It is the only time I've ever felt complete euphoria. Like everything is just perfect. Like it's amazing.
Yeah, clearly not reality.
Yeah, I don't understand where that next level is. The closest I ever got to that was it was almost like I was looking at like a chessboard, like the black and white checkers, and there was like a hand in the middle saying, "Come here." And like I wanted to go, I just wasn't able to. So like maybe I was still just a little light, but fuck, I fall in to the trip before I've adjusted enough to go the whole way, I guess. I don't know. I'm a lightweight. But mushrooms, however, I can go all the way with that because you've got like 45 minutes to eat as much as you can garbage guts into you and then hold the fuck on. You're just dealing with it now. I don't want to eat a half a gram or a gram. Let's eat 10. Let's eat 14. Let's eat 28. Let's see how fucked up we can get. I don't eat mushrooms because I like the fucking taste of them. That's fucking disgusting. But I do enjoy being supremely fucked up and knowing, like, look, you've already made this decision. You've got 6 hours to fucking deal with this. Fucking enjoy it. because your other option is to hate it, and how much fun you're gonna have then.
Yeah.
Where's Ian at?
I don't know. I'm gonna call the fucking big fat bitch.
Hey, Beer Man, I was telling John earlier that my
He's
understanding
literally calling me. As I said, I'm gonna call him. That's hilarious. Oh,
that's good.
what?
What?
I don't know how to do that. What do you mean send you a password? I don't have a password on any of it.
Well, I'll send him the fucking link. Hold on.
I mean, I can resend you the link, but I don't understand how that works. Like, it shouldn't be asking you for a password.
Unless it's the Zoom password.
Yeah, the Zoom password. No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I send people the link.
The link has the password in it.
They just
Yeah.
the link is like comes with the password attached, kind of thing. So you don't have to do that. Hang on.
I bet John knows better about this than any of the rest of us.
Hang on 1 second. 1 second, okay? John, how do you find out what this fucking ID password is for me to tell him?
They're I gotta go. It's literally in the link. It's geez, that is a crazy password. He doesn't. He should just be able to just click the link on his phone.
Yeah.
I
Like,
know that.
blurred. Does that link?
Can you hear him?
The fuck is up with
No.
Facebook? God damn it.
I don't know what to say, man. I send the link and like the password's attached to it, kind of thing. You just click on the link and open it. Are you on your laptop or what? On your phone, you should just be able to click on the link and open it.
Yeah.
There's literally nothing on. Oh fuck! Here we go. Son of a bitch. I'm gonna send Carnegie the link on Facebook. Maybe from a different source it'll work.
There's a few people that I've had that problem with.
I mean, literally, if you just click it on your phone, it'll bring it up.
Well, there's a few people that I've had to like send it to their emails to avoid this problem, which
It's
I don't know.
odd. It's really odd. Tell him I just sent it to him on Facebook Messenger. Try clicking on it. Maybe it'll work better from a different source. You probably got all kind of viruses on your computer there, man, from all the German Scheisse videos you look at.
That's not true. I star in those, not watch them.
The secondary income.
Oh no, I pay them.
There
There
he
it
is.
goes.
Well, then why did I just tell them to do that?
Yeah. He's connecting to audio. There he is. The Grippler.
I'm driving, boys. Just getting back from practice, from football practice. Fuck. How's that? You guys got me?
Yeah.
I mean,
We see
Yeah.
it.
see you and hear you, and
Good.
I need more beers.
Can you turn your console lights off and they're in the ceiling of your roof there?
But that, all right. Now you want? That's what you
Well,
get.
you're totally dark now, but
Perfect.
Don't
It's way
crash.
better
I mean,
if you can't see.
hold on.
you're not like the best looking guy anyway.
Is this good?
Grippler.
Yeah.
Nobody wants
Whatever.
talking to you.
You're good. You're good. So how's all the prep and everything going? Everything looking good for the upcoming event, Ian?
It's so much more than I fucking thought. It's I have a lot more respect for these promoters now. Let me tell you. Yeah, we're good. We're good. It's a lot more expensive than I fucking thought, and oh gosh, and it's crazy because I'm getting a discount from the athletes. I'm getting a discount from the venue. It's like I can't imagine. Yeah, Mac 2, this had better be a success where I can, package up the product and do meetings with sponsors and you know what I'm saying? Like, or else I don't know if I could do this again, like without serious help. Not at this level, you know what I mean?
Well, Ian, um, John and I are going to try to help you as much as we can with putting on a match that you can package and use as promotional video, because we're both going to eat a half ounce of mushrooms and be completely out of our fucking minds when we do the match. At the very least, it's entertaining.
So awesome. I can't
Yeah,
fucking
John's gonna be swatting at invisible flies like that.
Now,
wait.
Ian,
Yeah,
just
sure.
to be clear, this idea came from John, not me.
I fucking don't believe that at all. I don't
What?
believe
It's
that.
true.
I don't believe that. Is it true?
It is true.
I don't know what happened.
John's a madman. You just don't know it.
No. You know what, John?
Why would
John
Roy look? I can
John wants
understand
you
why
to
you don't
be-
believe it when I say it,
Yeah.
but Roy is the fucking killjoy that fucks up all my fun fucking spun webs. It says, no,
Okay.
that's not what happened, Beer Man, but he's telling you it's true. John, was it you that suggested mushroom match?
Of course. I put that
Well,
in all
then,
caps in the
then
chat.
John's thinking you're an idiot, and he's gonna get you to go on the mushrooms, and then he's gonna be fucking destroying you because you're fucking. You know what I mean? Like, come on, there. The
Oh
oldest
my
trick in the
God.
book. It's the
Ian,
oldest trick in the book.
I
Let's have
could
15
die in a
beers.
car accident on the way to an event and still whoop this fucking clown's ass.
Oh, here
This
we go.
fucking jabroni. Look at him. He looks
I'm
like
actually-
a fucking computer nerd that fucking started to really fall in love with synthol. He dated a synthol bottle for fucking 2 years. Look at him.
Oh boy. Well, anyways, aside from that, I actually think your guys' potential for a banger is very, very high. So
I am not
I-
banging John Brownell. I don't care how many mushrooms we eat.
you eat enough, that might happen. You watch.
No.
Yeah.
Roy, what did I tell you about talking to my fucking kid?
Is that your kid?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Roy.
I didn't know that.
You motherfucker. She got married and her last name changed. Yeah, you fucking did, Roy.
Oh wait, that's Tanya.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay, I
weird.
didn't-
Oh, weird. Same fucking name and everything, you fucking loser.
What's a different last name? How am I supposed to know?
Ah, she's married now. Not my problem.
Yeah, she's one that's talking to me in the chat, not me talking to her, Beer Man. You just need to recognize.
It is literally the only Tanya that has ever talked to you in your life.
That's not true.
That wasn't your legal representative.
Okay.
I don't like. How do I get to see everybody? Oh, there I go.
All right,
Oh,
so
fuck.
Grippler.
Why would you want to see us? You're fucking driving. You should be seeing the road, you fuck. See, now, breaking the law. I'm not a lawyer. Roy is. Back me up if this is good legal advice. Try not to break the law while breaking the law. Like, just watch the fucking road. Have not looking at the screen is probably a better idea.
Gotcha.
Yeah, totally. So is this do I understand correctly the rules of MAC, Grippler, that unless both people agree not to have straps, it's an automatic strap match to start with?
Yeah, our default is strap, basically WAL setup with minus load and a slight bend. And when I say slight
Okay,
bend,
what do you
I
mean
don't mean
minus load?
you're not allowed to load.
I'm not allowed to load.
Nope.
Like, I can't shoot one
'cause-
or two loads.
No, you can have a stiff arm, but you can't. You're
So
not
I can be
allowed to.
stiff, but I can't let a load out.
That's right. You cannot try to pull your opponent from center or off center, side pressure, and it's a theory I have that it kills fucking airtime when guys are loading, especially if they're not in the straps. Right before go, one of the two competitors will determine that they do not have hand control, and their first instinct is to bail. And then what do? We just wasted all that fucking time just to go back into the setup, and now we're applying the straps. Understand the premise
Yes.
of it. The premise of this isn't to be like the purity of arm wrestling. It's entertainment arm wrestling, so we can actually get it out there for non-arm wrestlers to enjoy. Honestly, a lot of arm wrestlers are probably not going to love this sport, or because they can't cheat the way they want to cheat. It's like we want to have a fair grip, so you guys can actually do arm wrestling after go, and that should speed up things as well.
But what if I don't want straps?
Well, then
Then
he'd have to agree to that.
John, can we just agree that I get to choose straps or not every round?
No, that's not how it works either.
He just agreed. What the fuck?
No, but basically, if you
So
agree,
then, John, just say you don't want straps, and this way I get to choose now because you have already chosen no straps every time, and now
yeah,
What are
that's
straps?
it. Listen. If one guy wants one thing, the other guy wants the other, it goes to the default setting.
right. So
Now,
he just chose no straps
you
for every
guys can even
round.
start in a hook.
So now it's up to me.
Ooh, starting a hook. Y'all should start
Yeah,
a hook, beer man.
you could-
Test your
Can we
frame.
start a hook without
If you-
shoulders?
Well, yeah, you'd have to be like the most you can have your shoulder forward is at the 11 o'clock, right?
Well, I mean, 11:59.
Well, if you want to go 11:59, but if John wants to go 11 o'clock, he has the advantage, right? So
Well, what if we told John to suck my dick? I don't want to listen to that.
fuck, I think he'd probably just smash you.
Yeah, I bet you'd want to. Look at him.
Yeah.
He's wearing his glasses on his fucking
Gosh.
forehead. And these aren't sunglasses that he's just getting out of the way. These are like fucking reading glasses he needs to read. So he's leaning in to read without his fucking glasses like a weirdo.
Yeah, so the official rules, I sent them over to Dave Knox.
He's got
He's
such
just,
pretty eyes, though.
He's just refining. He told me what he thinks need to be changed. I said okay. So he's just rewording some things and changing. Um, yeah. So there's that. Basically, at any point, if you guys slip at all, you will be in straps for the remainder of the sticker match,
No matter what.
no matter what.
But what if I just want to slip so I can work on weakening his wrist a bunch of times?
That's fine. You can do that the one time, but we don't have time to waste airtime on your strategy. I'm sorry.
Dude, you want to spend as much airtime as you can on me and John high as fuck on mushrooms. This is going to be fucking gold. It's going to be like who's on first, except neither of us are. We're fucking high on mushrooms.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Right?
So
Does it
Ian,
not
I
make
think
you fucking super happy? You put so much time, money, and effort into this to know that like two guys are just going to show up whacked out of their fucking minds?
Yeah, buddy. That's exactly what I'm fucking. I can't wait. Yes. Let me fucking.
so. I think it's a really
Get the
good. I think
fireworks.
that's a great. I think it's a great idea, Ian, because you're going to make it. You're eliminating all that two guys fucking around for 2 or 3 minutes, and they both just fucking go back and let go, and it just
Yeah,
wasted
east
all that
versus
time.
west.
No,
Yeah,
truth be
let's-
told, I actually love the way that this is. Unless two guys are both non-strap arm wrestlers and they both want to hang the fuck on and try to fucking use the strength of their hands where they're not just letting go and slipping, right?
Well, they can agree to start that.
Right. No,
out
that's
of
what I'm saying.
stress.
So guys that want to do that, you can have great matches with no strap between outside guys that want to hang the fuck on because they don't want straps.
And get
But-
this, you can also ask for, like, say you got two top rollers, you got Brandon Elselsor and you got Alan Ford. Say they prefer to have a very strict straight wrist. They just have to say that. They just have to say, like,
Wait. So we don't automatically get straight wrists?
no, it's basically allowed a little bit of a bend. So when you're setting up and you feel like you're straight, but for whatever reason the referee twists you and now your hand is kind of like going backward. We're just not doing that. That's what we're just allowing it to be straight. Do you even know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about, and I hate it. Look, keeping your wrist not from going backwards is your job, and it's easy to do. You just fucking tuck your elbow in. My hand doesn't have to move for my wrist to go from back to carved, right? I will set up here. They say straighten your wrist. I don't move my fucking wrist. I move my arm. Okay, we're good. And then on go, my elbow comes right back in. I get that curve back.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. The rules stand. There's a little bit of a
obviously I'm not gonna fucking try
allow.
to change you to
I'm
change the
allowing
rules
a
right
little
now.
bit of a bow. I prefer. I don't understand why we think it's super necessary. Plus, if you're not going to be in straps, having a little bit of a bow will kind of allow you to have more purchase on the other guy's hand, and you might actually have a good hand fight that doesn't slip. But if they want perfectly straight, then I'm going to ask them to go on the straps, because if they're both hitting high and hard and they're not in the straps and they're perfectly straight, we all know where that's going.
Right. Well, generally somebody that wants perfectly straight and they plan on hitting high and hard, they're wanting straps anyways. And if you could just say, I want straps, and the other guy doesn't have a choice. I mean, I like the rule because there are guys like, let's use Devin as an example because everybody knows who he is and how he arm wrestles. He always wants straps. Everything he's doing before straps is just trying to work on the guy, wear him down, break open something. You know, he's looking to create holes. What if he can't find one? He's looking to create one, and he's looking to work on you, wear you down. So going straight to straps removes a lot of that fucking around.
That's right.
When he wants straps, anyways.
We don't want. I don't want to. I don't want to watch arm wrestling before the go. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, like every time I watch two guys up there for 5 minutes before go, I want to shoot myself in the face. Like,
everyone feels that way.
Fucking just stop, wait for the go, and then arm wrestle.
Man, if you would just go ahead and shoot yourself in the face, we wouldn't have to have this argument right now.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't have the face, right? Because you shot it off.
It kills the watchability for the casual fan or the guy who's watching it, trying to get into it, and they sit there and they get bored with watching these guys fuck around.
Okay,
and then
imagine this. Imagine it. John, you want to say something? Okay, because you got your hand up like a fucking.
I think he's just high on mushrooms and the autism's coming out.
So, so this is what I can't stand. I can't stand this amazing entrance.
John, use this time to drink while he's talking.
A guy fucking the lights, camera, everyone, the music's going, everyone's rocking out, and then they get to the table just to fucking wait, like the energy just sucked out of the room because all you hear is shoulder, 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 wrist, 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 shoulder. Okay, back to
Why did you give Jody a fucking weird accent?
Oh, Jody.
Shoulder.
Jody.
Who's Jody?
I like how you did that accent. You sounded like Risto de la Jackoff.
Fuck, there's a lot of them that sound just like that. I saw it last weekend. Shoulder, wrist, wrist. Okay, more to center. Stop pulling. Wrist, shoulder, shoulder. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, they're fine. I actually yelled.
That's 10 minutes, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, why don't
just say fucking go?
Refs that take control of the situation and say, hey, listen, if you're not going to straighten your shoulders when I fucking tell you, it's going to be a fucking foul.
I got Dave Knox and Bart Wood. Like, come on, you know. And
that's what I mean. Like, why don't you get competent refs that have authority?
I just listed two very competent refs that have authority.
You got two refs that I have run over one of them 100 times, and I'm about to run over the other one.
I disagree.
You're gonna get fouled out, Bear Man.
I'm telling you, if you want to do that, go right ahead. But fucking, that's gonna suck for you.
That's a janky thing to say. I actually really like the rules for the most part as a fan, but as an arm wrestler,
I agree.
I hate it. I love watching the fight beforehand. I love seeing what the two dudes are trying to do. I can get a good read on what's happening and what I'm about to see. Like as a commentator, I like watching all of that fight beforehand. It gives me a lot of information to work with. But
there are definitely pros and cons. But I'm gonna say this: like, if you want only 5, 6 matches, maybe up to 8, and you want to, then that's what you're gonna get, because it's still gonna take you fucking 5 to 6 hours to do. Whereas what if 4 of those matches are duds? So in my opinion, I think it's better to have a faster flowing system so you can have a shit ton of matches. And then if there's 4 or 5 duds, it doesn't really matter because people are going to remember the good ones, and you can still do it within a reasonable time frame. That's really what I'm trying to prove here.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Ian. You and I have had this exact conversation before, where I said, "Fuck what the arm wrestlers want to do. Find a way to make it flow fucking fast, because nobody wants to see fucking 12 minutes of setup for a quarter-second match."
This is
No,
what
they
it
don't.
is, guy.
Yes.
Listen, let me tell you something. I haven't responded, but like Kevin Kaler, I think he's upset about the auto strap where he said he's like said something like, "How am I just figuring this out?" I don't know. I've only said it every fucking interview that I've been under. Like, this is our default setting. Now, if him and Staken want to go start in a hook or want to start without straps, that's something he has to work out with Jamie. Okay, but if Jamie's like, "Fuck no, we're starting on straps," well, that's the league standard.
This match benefits a guy like Jamie Staken so much. Like, John, your boy's getting fucked up. If anybody wants easy money, bet on Jamie with this rule set. Holy fuck.
Let me tell you something. This guy is not shit in the straps either. And top rollers, to think that it's just an advantage for hookers in the straps, that is incorrect as well. Lots of great top rollers. Well, how many, like you see it all the time, lots of top rollers are trying to slip for straps. They want straps.
But that's look, if I want to hook somebody that I think is good, I want to do it in straps. If I want to top roll somebody that I think is good, I want to do it in straps, right? Like, I'm just a strap guy. I've got no problems with right to straps, although I want to feel their hand without the strap. It gives me an idea of what I'm looking for once the strap's on, because I don't have a whole lot of time to figure shit out once that strap goes on, right? So as an arm wrestler, I don't think it benefits me necessarily to go directly to straps like that. But as a fan, I absolutely understand, or not as a fan, because I arm wrestle, I am an arm wrestler. As an arm wrestling fan as I am, I want to see the whole thing. I like the setup. I like all of it. But that's me. And I am of the few, not the many, right? So if you're trying to bring this to a mainstream where you can get everybody watching and it not suck,
that's
absolutely I understand and agree. It just
it's going to pull people from other side that aren't in arm wrestling. I think that's the key.
Well, I'm just saying, as a competitor on this fucking show, I'm finding out about this shit now.
Our strict rules in WAF style arm wrestling confuse the fuck out of non-arm wrestlers, and people have short attention spans anyway, and they're not going to be like, "Oh, this is awesome. Yeah, let's go another 5 minutes just to slip, to go another 5 minutes to get in the straps." Like,
exactly. You're totally right.
That's my biggest complaint against East versus West is the 12-minute fucking breaks in between rounds, because the refs need time to review video footage.
Well, and the other thing is what I don't know if we're going to do it this time around, because we're a closed setup, so we'll be able to have instant replays and stuff, and they can come review. But when we get bigger venues, and say the downside, or the computer refs, or the people behind the computers that are looking, the refs are actually at the table, won't move from the table. They'll just say there'll be a review, and it'll be the guys that are at the scores table, if you will, for lack of better words, and they will tell the refs what the call is. So I don't even like the fact that the person that makes the call under a review gets to review his own work and makes the call. I don't think that's.
How's this for an idea, Ian? Do you remember how Arm Melter used to work before Joe Gould decided he didn't want the high hookers running over everybody, and he made a new set of rules just for Conrad Roussel? How the super matches always worked. Round one, right hand all the way through. Round one, left-handed all the way through. Then back to round two, right hand, and then left hand, right? So that everybody got a little bit of a break in between each round, right? So if you had to do 2 super matches a day, you could do one at the beginning and one 6 rounds later. So you've got half hour, 45 minutes for your arm.
Well,
right?
I got one for
what
you.
If, when you're doing a show like this, with the video review, if you're doing it one round per arm the whole way through, and then when you come back, it's like, okay, you know what? This match is still on round one. Video review show this. This is where we're resuming.
Yeah. So, what do you think of this idea? I've heard that I understand that, but you remember the Tiny's event, like the tough event where they had rounds and you got to switch it up? I was thinking,
I never got to see it.
oh, okay. Well,
The team event.
yeah, I actually liked a lot about it. Like, honestly, there was Max.
That was cool.
I felt like every time you got to the table, you were as fresh as you could be. So I'm thinking of because right now you guys are currently in blocks. And what I was thinking, but not for this one because I didn't have time to explain it, but I think maybe Mac 2 or Mac 3, we might experiment. Tell me what you think. So say you're the third block of 4 matches or whatever, okay? So we introduce all 8 competitors, blah, 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 and you guys sit and you spectate, like you're close to the table and you spectate the matches in the first. So you 2 guys go up to the table, you have your first round. Then you go sit down, and then the next 2 guys. So you have a rotation of 4. So you literally have 3 other matches to
So
freshen
instead of
up.
having a minute rest, it's other matches that go.
That's right.
Right. And
that
now the video review can still work the way I was saying. When you come back up for round 2, if the video review was nope, you finished round 1 and you could do round 2 to keep going.
But as it stands right now, when I talk to Matthias, he's like, bro, that would be fucking a nightmare with where we're standing currently in terms of video review, and don't want to get too lost, and we don't want to lose the fans. But
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I like it too. But when we get the technology sorted out, look, I'll tell you right now, Matthias is in his basement with a fucking setup that you wouldn't believe, like 8 camera splitter, fucking. He is, and
I
he's
believe
like,
it. I've seen it. It's crazy. But we got to
like,
figure out, is this what we want to see because we're arm wrestlers?
No.
no, what we're doing. I get what you're saying. But you know how some guys can get blown up way too quickly. At least it gives them an opportunity to be as strong every time they're up. And I think that's really what we don't want this to be a marathon. We want to know who's the stronger guy.
So like when I said that whole thing, the way that the arm welter super matches used to work, where it was 1 round for every match and then we start again, right?
Yeah.
You're doing that exact concept, except you're breaking it down into blocks, so it's not 20, it's half an hour before you get up again, right? You got a couple of minutes, and
that's right.
If that video review happens, okay, so we're starting round 3, but you guys had the contestation on round 2, so we're going to finish round 2, and then you're doing round 3 again right now, and we continue.
That just not to confuse people that are watching. We are not doing that this time. We're just doing more of a traditional style super match, and a lot of that has to do with some of the answers that I'm trying to prove that my table rule set can answer. Now, guys, the arm wrestling table, it doesn't have its own brain. Okay, like the only way it's going to work is if you follow the rule set. Now, if you wanted to take a Mac table and run a WAF event, you can
explain your table differences though.
You can make it as anal as any other WAF fucking event.
Just explain your table differences, because not everybody that watches my bullshit knows what you mean by your table differences.
Well, I mean, there are no corners to catch your off bicep on. All right. So,
and where did you get that idea from?
Actually, I hate giving this guy credit, but I guess you give credit where credit's due. Initially, I think it was Joey Costello. I think he had the first table. The sloping table I got from your brother, though.
That's a way better idea.
Yeah. So I just don't have the money right
Boxers.
now. I just don't have the money right now to build a very high product table with sloping corners, but eventually that is the goal, and as opposed to rounded corners. And I have a frame already designed for a table. I don't know if you guys seen that one table with spider legs. Now that won't be at the competition because it's so much different than the other 3 tables I got going there.
That's so fucked up.
What?
The spider leg table.
Yeah, but it's amazing, and
Yeah,
everyone
but
says,
it changes everything for guys that are used to using the table frame for their positioning.
Leg
Right.
wrapping.
guys, have you been on it? You can still do
You can
all.
leg wrap.
You can still do all that. I don't know what you're talking about, but anyways, um, the once the sloping table concept comes, it's just gonna look so much better. You can have advertisement, actually facing people sitting down, and you can see it as opposed to having to be on top of the table to look down on it. But it's more ergonomic. And anyway, the other thing is my playing surface. Um, if you look at the Japanese League of Armed Sumo, they
I
report
gotta pee. Keep talking. I can still hear you.
the Japanese armed sumo, which is very close to freedom, different dimension tables, but same sort of concept. They report next to no injuries, right? So they have very, very few bicep issues. They have very, very few arm breaks, and the reason for that is the smaller the playing surface, the more likely you are to break your arm because the pressures are more concentrated. Okay, and when you have a bigger playing surface, you have more space to retreat when the pressure starts to build up in an area. So I think 7x7 promotes arm breaks. I mean, this is not a secret. We've seen it all every year. There's multiple arm breaks. And the bigger the playing surface, the see. I mean, even when you go up to an inch in diameter, it seems that like 8x8, it seems to reduce likelihood. Now, the new epidemic or pandemic or whatever you want to call it is the bicep tendon being blown because WAF style tables allow you to have a straight arm and still make contact on your elbow pad before getting pinned. Okay. That's what these tables can't allow. Okay. For 2 reasons. One, you cannot have your humerus bone go lower than the tabletop because you will elbow foul. Because what ends up happening is your tricep no longer makes contact with the elbow pad, it makes contact with the top of the table. So therefore, you literally have nothing that's making contact with the playing surface. Now, people say, how's that different from when someone goes side pressure and their forearm hits the pad and their elbow comes out of the hole? It's completely different because the forearm now takes the place of the elbow tip. All right. So just like it does in WEF, like, Greg Boyce, guys like myself who have big forearms, clearly if we go in a pinning position, our elbow's going to come up. Right. But that rule changes not. The other thing, the fact that you can straighten your arm completely and not be pinned is why guys like Jason Constantini blew his bicep tendon. Lots of guys who want to be Devin Lorette or Michael Todd are finding out that they can blow their tendons. But on my table, not only can you not do an illegal King's move, the pin pad is half an inch higher. So when you look at the table, you're going to say that pin pad looks very low. It's an illusion. You have to take in consideration that the elbow pad is 3/4 of an inch below the tabletop. So if you add that plus the height of the pin pad, you get yourself 2.5 inches of difference as opposed to 2 inches.
That coupled with the rules is going to bring a lot of people to it.
Yeah, I think it's a really smart thing you're doing with the starting in the straps, because, like you said, people have such a short attention span, and you eliminate the bullshit of 2 guys fucking around for 3 or 4 minutes, and then they just both let go and fucking go to straps. Because most people, like the non-arm wrestler or the non-arm wrestling fan that's trying to get into it, they sit there for that long a time, then they see the guys let go, and they're like, "Fuck this! I don't even want to do what they're doing." So I'm going to watch a TikTok video of somebody blowing up a fucking rubber ducky.
Yeah. The other thing too is that it was a benefit that happened that was unintentional, was because when you cut the corners off the table, then the top of the frame is a little bit more inward, right? And then what we did was we maintained the bottom frame the same as WAF. So what you got is kind of like your legs like a pyramid, but the benefit to this is it's actually more ergonomic for your leg wrap, because if you think about it, vertical poles, when you wrap your leg, as soon as if you're, can you take that from him? He's making a lot of noise. When they're vertical, if you're standing on one leg or the other, and you extend your leg to wrap, can you get that from him? You're basically making an A shape in your leg anyway, but now you're trying to wrap it around a vertical pole, so it's not as comfortable as if the pole is already at that angle for you, if that makes sense.
I
It
think
was
I wrap my leg around it and it's way easier, more comfortable. You don't get the bruises everywhere.
Yeah, that's a fact. John, when did you get on it?
Winter blast.
Oh, see, I'm glad that you did, but I kind of I'm upset with that table being there because it did not have the platform.
Yeah, I
So
remember you saying that.
it's gonna feel different.
It was fine for me because I'm taller, but
Yeah, but anybody that's 5'10" or under probably didn't like it.
Oh, that wouldn't be Beer Man. He's 6 feet tall.
Is he?
6'2".
He's certainly not 6'2". Fuck, because he's shorter than me, and I'm not quite 6'1".
You never said I was 6'2".
Who said who's
Yeah, you
6'2"?
said 6'3".
Who? Well, it depends on what convenience store I'm leaving.
Yeah, that's some convenience stores have me listed at like 6'2". That's for sure.
Now, Ian, how tall am I?
You're like a cunt hair shy of 6 feet.
Now, this is a
Wow.
guy that knows me very well personally for a long fucking time. Now, I look shorter because, I got these massive ass shoulders.
Yeah, he looks shorter because he has super bad posture. But when he stands straight up, there's like a total of an inch difference between him and I. And I'm a cunt hair taller than 6 feet. So not quite 6'1".
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm officially measured at 5'11" and 7/8, which, I have no problems lying about, well, just about anything. But in that case, it doesn't even seem like I'm lying, right? Like, fuck it. It's just I'm
You're
6 foot.
It
The
rounds up.
majority of
Yeah,
people
I
aren't
mean,
going to understand how many tickies on the goddamn tape 7/8 is, anyways.
Yeah, well, when you put shoes on, you're well over. So there you go.
Yeah, I mean, not with my posture, but yeah.
Yeah.
Look, my posture's only bad because
John, you're 6'2"?
I'm fucked up.
I wish. I'm 6 foot.
6 foot, okay.
So we're the same height,
I'm 6'2".
like, same weight, but you've only been arm wrestling like a little bit,
Yeah,
One
I mean,
bit.
and you're like the dumbest fucking nerd I've ever met.
the dumbest.
Beep boop beep boop.
Beep boop is your response.
Yep.
Jesus fucking Christ, we've got a hooking version of Alan Ford to deal with.
Yeah.
Beep boop. That's your fucking rebuttal.
So here's
That's
the real
it, man.
here's
That's
the real
it.
here's the real question,
Drink
John.
faster.
You have to feel
You're
a
not
lot
going to
of
be
pressure.
hungover. Drink fucking faster. You made a promise, you fuck.
You have to be
Chug it.
under a lot of pressure because
Chug it. Get a
if
new
you-
one and chug it. Why the fuck are you sitting here with an empty beer on this fucking show, you loser? Go get another fucking beer, come back, chug that. So go get two. So you can fucking slam one.
I got 10 minutes left on this show.
You
10.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. He's probably got work in the morning.
all right, well, talk
he
to us.
fucking works when he wants. He said, I could do a Tuesday show. I could stay
Yeah,
up and drink. I get to
John,
make my own
do you have
schedule.
Do you have any questions? Like, I'm going as soon as Dave Knox sends me the full rules. Like, it's a long fucking ass thing, but everything will be there detailed. I'll post it up for everybody, and then I'll have
Okay, Ian, we only have 10 minutes left with this bitch, so I don't want to waste it with whatever you're saying right now. Ian, who's going to win this match?
no,
Me or
I
that
have
fucking dork?
I have no idea.
Who do you think's going to win this match?
I think you're a better arm wrestler. I think he's stronger.
That has nothing to do with what I fucking asked you.
And whoever can apply whatever their strength is going to win the match.
Oh, whoever pins the guy 3 times wins?
Well,
Yeah. What a fucking great answer, Ian. Man,
You know,
who's gonna win the next fucking basketball game? Whoever scores more fucking
yeah,
points.
100%.
Fuck.
You know, I'm the
Who
promoter.
do you think? Well,
Like,
look, you're a
I'm the
promoter.
promoter,
Yes, I get it. So I'm not
and
asking you
people
who do
and
you want
people.
to win the match, because I know goddamn well as a promoter, you definitely want me winning the match.
I can't. Even, I can't
Yeah,
even say.
look, it's unfair for me to ask that question for that exact reason. Because as a promoter, looking to put together the promotional package, me winning gives you an alternative video that you could put together. This is the kind of fucking douchebaggery and excitement we can bring. Because motherfucker, I can put on a show if I'm running away with it. But
Can I also say this though? Like your brand is already established, and I can rely on you coming at other shows whether you win or lose. But if John wins, then he starts to establish a brand, and now we have another name puller.
all
So,
right, so building new characters is always great, but I mean, you think this fucking dork's ever gonna? Yeah,
well, I clearly think he's going to do something. That's why I put him on the card.
dude, I found out how you got the match put together. It's because you asked one of his teammates, like, hey, do you have anybody willing to pull my buddy? And the guy was like, oh, this guy probably would. So you called him up and
That's
said, hey,
all speculation. I have no idea if that's true or not.
you're the one that fucking said it.
I know, but I don't know if that's 100% fact. That's what I thought it would happen.
Oh, okay, hold up. So, John, when we started talking, and was I not concerned that you were too green to pull Evan? And then I asked you
Oh,
for,
absolutely.
and then I said, did I not
Well,
say
hold on. You get a
I'm
question, I get a
not
question.
fucking not done?
My
And
question, you got one. My turn, my show. I get two. I'm allowed to have one. John, who is the underdog in this match?
I am. You have more experience.
Okay.
But that's
Your
the
question,
point.
look, no, that was enough. Ian's
okay,
question.
is so I clearly thought so as well when I initially, and then I asked for videos and I did some research, and now I'm quite confident that John is fucking more incapable of winning this match.
So, Ian, who would you put as the underdog?
I'm not nobody. And guess what? I got news for you. I haven't. There's only one match that I think on this card is a clear underdog, and I won't say it because it's not my place to do that.
Can you
Yeah,
run through the matches on the card real quick for me then?
Sure. Let me just. But John's got to go.
John can wait the fuck till we're done talking to him. Look, I get to say what John does today and next Saturday. That's just how it goes. Hey, John, so when you do that roll up finger
I
thing,
have.
you know who else does that on the show all the time? Roy. That puts you in the same fucking category as Roy. Are you sure you want to be doing shit like that? You do not want to be like Roy. Ian, go ahead.
Okay, so Tim Clark, Jim Gonzalez, Tyler St. Denis. This is the prelim. Okay.
Okay, don't care about that.
All right. So David, Nicabades, and Paul Lynn.
Okay, I
Uh,
have no idea who that is, but I'd
that,
imagine that
that
might be the one
that's
side.
the Georgian kid that from the Gennady camp.
Okay,
Um,
so that might not be the one-sided one.
Evan Burgoyne versus John.
The match
J
two?
JJ Jack. No, listen. Like I actually didn't want to talk about that. But all right, I'll just tell you guys. We need to hype up the free portion, and we put you guys as the main event. To because remember I told you I thought you guys is for sure going to be a banger.
Yeah.
So I want guys.
Yeah, you want to close out the free show with a fucking good one so that people are more enticed to buy the pay-per-view portion. So
Yeah,
people still buying the pay-per-view portion with my promo code don't need to do that to watch me pull.
which is why I didn't want to say it. Arsehole.
Okay, well, I'm glad you did because I would like all 7 of the people watching this show full transparency. You don't need to buy the pay-per-view to watch me win if you're a fan, or probably lose because that's what I do if you're a hater. Either way, buy it on my promo code.
John,
But there is a
jump-
lot of great fucking arm wrestling, and if you love arm wrestling, you are fucking crazy to miss out on this. And it's not that expensive. We're not fucking East versus West charging you $1,500 for a VIP seat.
John's also got a second match that's in the main card. So, anyways,
Nobody likes John.
then JJ versus Jeff Radford. That's going to be a banger. Dakota.
Wait, Jeff Radford.
Yeah, and JJ.
I have him on the left.
Okay.
Yeah, you have him on the left.
Oh man, you're having a bad day.
I don't train my left.
You don't train your left?
I started to for this match.
Oh fuck!
It's actually stronger than my right, but it's the retarded arm.
Yeah. Dakota Shipton versus Matt Wilds. That should be a banger. Dakota's like a kid who's coming.
Yeah, that's
on.
that 14-year-old trainee.
He's he beat fucking Fraser Benoit.
No, he didn't.
Wow,
fouls.
I saw it. Doesn't matter. Anyway,
It wasn't a go.
And then Matt Wilds. Then there was Sean Crowther versus Jason Constantini, right-handed.
Ooh.
Yeah, Mike Gould versus Joe Yaros. Now, Joe,
I know Joe very well.
Joe was on the come up hard. Now he's had some issues.
Who's Joe pulling?
He's Mike Gould.
Oh fuck, man! Why would you do that to Mike?
Because Mike is training, and he's going to be. Listen, Mike's experience should get him through that.
Nope.
Well, anyways,
look, if Mike is ready to go, if we see the Mike Gould that we've pulled against for years,
yeah,
it's not close. Mike's getting on in years, and his life has changed, and arm wrestling isn't a priority, and he's not what he was. I do not have Mike Gould as a favorite, as much as it pains me to say that. I know Joe Yaros, and he has every fucking tool that I would want to build an opponent for Mike. Mike had better be showing up ready.
I got Mike. I got Mike. I think Joe's been too inactive to beat Mike, but it is what it is. If Joe comes in hot and ready, then you're probably right, but I don't know. Okay, moving on.
Can I say one more quick thing about Joe?
Sure.
Right, because it's my show. Joe is a very unique dude. He actually reminds me of a Burgoyne in a lot of ways. I'm not kidding. The dude sang "Oh Canada" to me while beating me, right?
Oh, wow,
he's fucking hilarious. This is a fucking dude where if he starts getting up on this and building confidence in match, you can have highlight reels for days. Ian, the guy can chug faster than me.
Yeah, no, he's
an entire pitcher. Like a fuck dude. Anyways, so I broke Joe mentally before the match even started. I grabbed onto him and I fucking dragged on him and I let him know just how fucking strong I am right now. And you could see all the fight drain out of his eyes. And I fucking snatched him up, leaned across the table. I was like, you know how bad this is going to go for you right now. And all he could do was sigh. I'm like, yeah. But when that ref said go, it didn't matter whether he believed he was going to win or not. Motherfucker came at me with all he had, regardless that he thought he was fucked. The dude has that fight in him. He is one of my very favorite arm wrestlers, but he's fucking retarded. Anyways, continue.
Yeah. Anyway,
hey guys, I'm gonna go.
Shut up, John. We're not done.
John, I'll send you a list of the polar lists, and you can review it tomorrow. Okay, buddy?
Yeah, please do. Please do.
John, okay.
Evan, thank you so much for having me on your show. It was such a pleasure to be on here to talk to you. Can't wait to compete.
Okay.
Like he froze too when I did that.
And he's frozen. With a
okay, no, I'm back. I just wanted to ask you one more thing.
He's got to go to bed, man. You let him go.
Just fuck off. Shit. My internet fucked me. I was trying to kick him as I asked the last question, and he got out of there first. Fuck.
Aha. Aha. That's what
That's
you get for living in fucking Canada, you dickhead.
Yeah. Actually, that I don't even take offense to that anymore. We are dickheads for living in Canada right now with this fucking leader. Honest to God.
Don't bring that up, Ian.
Oh, I hate our leader.
Don't just next match, please. Please, next match. I can't fucking deal with Trudeau when I'm all fucking jagged up right now.
All right. So then Jason Constantini, Sean left, and Tyler Bozan versus Brandon Alcelsor left.
Ooh. That's the guy who beat Travis on the left.
Brandon?
Watch how badly he gets fucking creamed.
Listen, Brandon is not going to get creamed, but I got to say, Tyler is scary good. Tyler beat me left-handed like I was a redheaded stepchild.
Man, beating your left hand is not impressive.
I don't know. I mean, I got
Tyler Bozan's left hand.
My last
Look, I know your left is fucking finally back and strong and doing good again, but it's not going to stop me from talking the way I talk because the truth won't get in the way of what I say. But Tyler Bozan's left hand is far more impressive than beating you.
Okay, fair enough. I was just explaining a situation that recently happened because it's relevant. But anyway.
Yeah.
Moving on. This match, I'm so fucking honored and thrilled to have. I really, really appreciate these girls stepping up and finally do it because they've never met, and it's bananas. So, Heidi Cordner versus Jocelyn Brisson. Like Jocelyn,
man,
physically is the strong.
I love the matchup,
but Heidi's the best wrestler. I have to. I'm not going to say who was favorite, but I mean, Jocelyn's benching 315. Like that's pretty fucking.
God damn.
Yeah, she's super ready. She's pulling a tournament before the event. Like this is how confident she is. Like it's, like I think
she's pulling provincials.
She's doing the Tennessee thing.
Look, I'm a big fan of Jocelyn, but I'm a big fan of Heidi.
Oh yeah,
I love this matchup, but I can't believe we didn't see it in Canada.
I know. It's people have tried to put it on. It's just, people get like life, right? Like they just haven't been able to match up, and finally we're getting it done, and we're gonna see for certain. Like I honestly, Heidi, in my opinion, is number one in Canada, like for female arm wrestling, and but I want to see if Jocelyn can beat her, and that's. I mean, at the end of the day, that's how we progress the sport. Is if there's an answer a question that needs answering, we put them together and fucking see if it's gonna happen. This is the match I know you don't want me to talk much about, but we got Dave Morocco versus Yannick Quiss, and I actually think this is likely going to be the longest. The most grueling match of the evening. Do you want to talk about it, Evan, or just move on?
I missed what you were saying because my internet just fucking dropped in a weird way. But
okay. I said you probably don't want me talking much about this next match, but I'll just say it, and then you can decide whether or not you want to talk about it. But we got Dave Morocco and Yannick, and I just feel like.
Why would I not want to talk about that match?
Oh, I don't know. Anyways, I think it has the potential to be one of the best fucking matches. Like, I mean, like these guys are definitely gonna leave it all out on the table. They're both hydraulic. They're both gonna come in big and strong, and I'm really excited for this match.
I think it's a massive clash of styles that I think can work very, very fucking well for the show. I think you could end up seeing a match that turns into a fucking absolute grinder.
Yeah.
Or either one of them could just win.
Yeah, that's true. But if I feel like if
it's really a fucking coin toss. I would bet on it being a tough fucking match.
yeah, I think Dave is slightly the better arm wrestler. I think he's got more experience. But I don't know if he'll be strong enough for Yanni. I don't know. He says he's very strong. If he's very strong and he's superior arm wrestler, he should be the favorite. But I don't know. That's why we'll find out.
My internet just fucked off again.
Is it just you and me now, or? Oh no. Okay, there's Roy. Roy, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
No, I think I'm still here. It's just my internet is fucking being dodgy as fuck right now. Sometimes it just happens. What about the garage here?
Can you hear us, Evan? Or he's gone, eh?
He'll probably drop out and come back.
So does this stay recording, or does it? Or are we off recording now because he's
no,
not?
it's still live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's still live. He's coming back, I think. There
Can
he
you?
is.
Are you like an administrator on the site?
Me?
Yeah. Can you see if he's coming in or not?
Yeah, I can see him right now. He looks.
No.
I can't see him. Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Well, I see a black screen that says Evan Burgoyne, and I can hear him.
He's here.
There he is.
Yeah, so my internet's fucking getting dodgy as shit right now. It just like keeps slipping in and out. So usually I have to hotspot off my phone, but while my phone is on the Wi-Fi. And sometimes when the actual Wi-Fi goes out, it takes a few seconds, but if it's longer than that, my phone loses it. It's got to switch to fucking data, and then I get this. But it got so bad that nobody knows what the fuck I'm saying anyways.
Okay. Well, the car's not done, so
Yeah.
if you want me to continue?
Yes.
Can you guys see me?
Yes.
Okay. So the next match.
I'm still listening.
Next match is Josh Bellin versus Rick Heiderbreck.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Hold on. Did you say he's a bell end?
A
Shut
Bellin?
up, Roy.
B-E-
I guarantee you wouldn't say that in front of this fucking dude.
You wouldn't say it in front of him, no. He's ginormous. He's bigger than Rick.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck. How tall is he? 7 feet tall?
He's my
He's not as
weight.
tall.
No, he's taller. He's my weight and Rick's
No,
height.
he's only like 6'6".
No, he's 6'8". He's an inch taller than Rick.
Damn.
No, I think Rick is tall. I could be wrong. I think Rick's taller, but
If
Josh Bellin, I've met him. I've arm wrestled him.
If Rick ever stood up
Fuck.
straight, if Rick ever stood up straight, he'd probably be taller, but he doesn't.
Okay, so this is a battle of the fucking giants here.
Yeah, and would have been oh shit, I skipped a match. Sorry. So anyway, we'll talk about that's the second to
Bellin's hand is fucking huge, like a giant. Rick's isn't.
well, not anymore because he lost all that weight, but it was a thick hand. John Terrian versus Tim Lewis was before that match, and that's a left hand.
Ooh. John Terrian will smack him.
I don't know, man.
John Terrian's left hand is not as right.
It's not as right, but it's definitely decent. And I gotta give. Actually, I don't want to predict, but I I think it could be a very great match. So, and then the final match.
Guys, can you hear me right now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna restart my phone. I will be back. I will rejoin the call. I got to do it because I'm fucked.
Okay.
Okay.
So even when he's not here, it's still recording, though, right?
Yes. Yes. It's still live.
Okay. So the final match is Brandon versus Alan Ford. Now, Josh and Rick is a headliner at anybody's fucking pay-per-view event. Like, that's plenty good enough. They're both former national champions. Actually, Josh is currently, until he's dethroned, is currently the Canadian national champion. So I'm really excited about that, and it could have been the main event, but I think you have to give the nod to Brandon El Celso and Alan Ford, just because they are two elite arm wrestlers that have been doing it for a long time, and they've never met. And I think there's been so much talk over the years for them meeting up that we just got to fucking do it. We got to do it and settle the score, and just and it's a big USA Canada match, and a lot of bragging rights. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So who's gonna be able to top roll the other guy? That's what we got to find out.
Basically, and they're both speed demons. I think if I had to critique them, I would say that Brandon, if it were to go to a hook, like say they're top rolling, there's nothing, no one can take each other's hand, and then somehow it got twisted inside, I think Brandon would win. So I think they're both super fast, but I think Alan's post is likely better, and he's maybe, fuck, I really don't know, man. That's the thing. He's taller. So Brandon's about an inch shorter than me.
I disagree. I think Alan's hook is better.
You do?
Yeah. The only way I think Alcesser wins in a hook is if Alcesser's in a hook and Alan's still fighting outside. Because
Yeah.
Alan tends to fight that losing battle sometimes.
I think with Alan being
Watch
a
when
full
Alan.
I think Alan's a long 6'1", right? Like, he's a tall 6'1".
Yeah, ape index high.
I think Brandon is a short 5'11". Like, I'm a short 6 foot, and he's like,
No, Alcesser's got long
does
arms
he
too.
really?
Yeah.
It's funny.
So they're both really good at the top roll. I think Alcesser might have a stronger rise, not necessarily wrist, but when it comes to an actual hook, I think Alan's just far better at it than Brendan. Whether the strength matters or not, I don't know. But I mean, if you look through Alan's career since he started training with like the Valley Club, and how inside dominant our club is as a whole.
Yeah.
Watch how good his hook's gotten. Right? Like, he beat James Wall in a hook. He beat RVJ multiple times in a hook.
Yeah.
Alan's hook is phenomenal. And technically he's banging in there, like all of it. I think the inside matches that Alan's lost is because he's outside pulling inside. When Alan says he's coming in with you, name a guy in his weight class that's beaten him. I'll wait.
Yeah,
but it's going to take you fucking days of looking through footage.
I think lots of guys at the 220s can beat him, to be fair. Craig Toulier, Paul Lynn.
No. Craig Toulier might flash him.
Listen, no, they will both beat him in a hook. I'm sorry.
Craig Toulier might flash him. If the match stops, I'll take Alan in that hook every fucking time. Paul Lynn.
Not Paul Lynn. I'm telling you.
I would lean to Paul.
Yeah. I don't even know if Alan would be able to pin Paul, to be fair. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. He's pretty fucking hydraulic.
Yeah, Paul's a bad motherfucking dude.
You know,
But
and I mean,
I'll argue.
obviously Todd Hutchings. You know, can I be honest with you? I think depending on how good Kevin Kaler is, I think that's the next U.S. Matchup I got for Allen. Hey, this Kevin guy is bananas. If he Jamie, I'm gonna be looking hopefully for him to pull more. If he likes Mac, I hope he continues to pull with us. He's special. He's a special dude. Like he really is. Are you hearing the seven or?
I'm hearing you.
When I went down to Maryland and I was pulling Dave and Brad Grundy and Todd Hutchings and all those guys that were at that, he was actually the most difficult for me, Kevin.
Well, you always have stylistic issues. Kevin's fucking awesome. And this might be biased from Alan being a teammate, but man, dude, Alan's fucking.
Alan is amazing. Listen, I know Alan, and Alan was my teammate for decade plus. I love him, and you know what I mean. But at the end of the day, I'm being as objective as I can. And from what Matthias told me, Alan looks like a brick shithouse. So if that brick shithouse executes the way he can, he could probably beat anyone on the card, including Bellin and including Rick. You know, if it's the kind of Alan Ford that we think is showing up. But I got to tell you, Brandon went to East versus West. He did lose 3-0, but he went against an absolute world-class killer assassin, and he did really well. Like even though he didn't win those matches, he fucking put up a fight that was very, very commendable.
Who did he have? I remember that. Who did he have a match with? It was
I forget the name because it's a like one of those European Uzbekistanian or you know what I mean names, but it's tough. But the guy, from what I understand, when I was talking to some of the European guys in the crowd, they were surprised that Brandon was even in it. They're like, who do you have? I said, I go,
Alan just beat the current fucking European world champ.
well, that's true. Listen, man, look, if I can't, you have to understand, I can't come off as a homer here, right? I have to be neutral. But Alan,
I get it.
If Alan, look, if Alan asks you to be in his corner and help him, I love his chances. When Alan is left to his own devices, he gets into his own head and he becomes his own worst enemy. If he has someone in his corner he trusts the advice of, he becomes a different guy.
But I'm going to be working.
Yeah. I'm hoping that a certain 3-letter acronym shows up so you can work with him because that would be fucking unbelievable. Would you work with Tiny? I think Tiny would be pretty good too, wouldn't he?
Tiny is good.
Yeah, I'll talk to Tiny.
And Tiny knows his shit.
Yeah.
Hold on. El Cesar had a match with Samushia? Really? He did.
Yeah, that was his first East versus West.
Yeah, that wasn't this one.
But I don't want to sound like I'm taking anything away from El Cesar. I think he's fucking incredible.
He is incredible. He's really incredible.
Alan Ford, as of late, like, dude, I'm getting ready and I want my inside ready to go. So I don't train with Alan.
Yeah.
At the beginning of practice because he wants to rip my arm open, right?
It's 10:30, guys.
He's working his move.
Okay.
He's working his move, and I don't blame him for that, but it's not helping me, and I got my own shit to get ready for, and him tearing me open doesn't help me any. So I don't do a whole lot of pulling with him until he's gotten tired a bit. And then it's like, hey, you've gotten all your fucking active shit out of your system. You want to just hang out inside. But like my arm's ready to go strong. And we start in there with my shoulder right behind it, like where the fuck I want to be. And he's just looking at me. He's like, really, Evan? It's not fucking close. He gives me everything I fucking want and doesn't feel me. And I am strong, ready to go.
Dude,
Alan
Evan,
is just
Evan, you like you're Brandon's level right now. I'm here to tell you. You're not. He is fucking amazing. And one
I
of
am
these
not
days,
even close to Alan's level right now.
if you were on the same trajectory as you were a few years ago, that would have been different. But life happens. It happened to me too. We get derailed and we take a few steps
Look,
back.
so I've got a lot of spots that are not where they used to be when I was at my prime. But where I am good right now, I am fucking good right now. And I've got one fucking place that I'm fucking working on, and I don't think this dude has a choice about arm wrestling me in that spot. I don't think John's
Uh,
arm wrestling savvy enough to choose where we're going to fight.
Well,
I fully believe I get to choose where we fight, and he's got to be stronger than me there.
I wouldn't tell him your game plan though, but I get it.
I don't give a fuck. I don't think he's good enough to fucking change it. Right? It is what it is. I'm telling you, I am fucking every bit as strong in there as ever. Like my elbow feels great. My shoulder gets behind it. My fucking stomach's small enough that my elbow can tuck right in and I can fucking jam on my wrist. Everything is coming up Millhouse with the game plan I've got right-handed for this match. And man, Alan is just ridiculously strong, pulling me from an outside body angle through my strong spot. Like Alan is fucking
tournament too at
in
the
another
end.
place.
This tournament is going to be bananas. Like from what I understand, a lot of the athletes want to pull the tournament as well. So imagine all those pros in the classes. Like, and if you get some other guys that just some other pros that come with their friends and they jump in the class, it could be a fucking banger. But
I'm
go ahead.
gonna get destroyed in the fucking tournament. My arm does not hold up through a super match and then be able to pull a tournament. Not happening.
You don't have
right.
to do it.
I'm gonna do it.
You are gonna do it?
I'm gonna do it. Why the fuck wouldn't I do it? Well, of course I will. If I don't get hurt, why wouldn't I do it?
Because maybe you want to.
I don't give a fuck if I lose, man. I'm pretty fucking used to losing by now. Like I don't care.
Oh,
I'm there for a good time. We're gonna have fun.
I thought
Left-handed, I gotta pull provincials this weekend though. So there's no way for my left arm to be ready for next weekend either.
Okay.
Yeah. I should not pull provincials, just register and does not finish, exit my way out, not pull a match. But fuck, I hate doing that. There's no reason for me to not pull right now, left-handed. I can't pull right-handed because I got something to do next weekend.
That's a lot of traveling back to back too. Who are you going with?
Yeah, but I want to do nationals this year.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean,
for provincials, I have no idea. Working on a few different options right now for provincial this year, but for Mac, I'm coming with you, aren't I?
You're coming with me?
Yeah, we were supposed to drive together.
Okay. I don't know. Are you serious? Why wouldn't you go with Alan?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you go with Alan?
Never really thought about that, but
You guys live in the same town.
never thought about it because we had the conversation that I was just gonna hop in with you
Because I have a 12 by 8 foot.
about the whole me being broke thing. You were like, "Oh, I get it. You're poor. If you can get to Kingston, you can drive with me, stay in my room, so it doesn't cost you any money."
Okay. So what you're telling me is you're staying in my room as well?
Okay,
He thought
so
y'all were.
I
He
know
thought y'all were
I've
going
got
to
a bad
cuddle.
memory.
He thought y'all were going to cuddle, Grippler.
No, I never thought we were going to cuddle, but that was the whole thing.
All right. Well, like, yes, we didn't give up the bed, so we got an extra bed for you.
You
And
do. You guys can
but
go ahead and do your smashing all night thing. Like you won't even notice. Like I'll just
listen,
be laying over in my bed, jerking off with a cigarette. Like you won't even tell.
listen. Can you maybe get down there with Alan though? Because I have a big banner I have to bring down, so I have to put the back seats down. It's a 12 foot by 8 foot banner.
I can cuddle with it. Did you get a shut up, Roy? Fucking mug made?
No, I got to no. You know, there's my good friend. He's an arm wrestler. You might know who he is. His name's James Beach. He's from Stoke-on-Trent, England. He
Yeah,
sent
yeah.
me this. Do you see this, Beer Man? Do you see what it says?
Does that say shut up, beer man?
It says "Shut up, Beer Man," and that's from James
Roy, you're getting
Beach.
kicked off this fucking show.
That's from James Beach. You know, you had a match with him, I think. How'd it go? Oh, that's right.
Hey guys,
Well, I mean, obviously I whooped his ass.
I gotta go, boys. Fucking love talking to you, and but yeah, Evan, give me a call tomorrow. We'll just iron out things, okay?
Yeah, buddy.
All right, good night.
Okay, fuck you. And anybody else that's watching the stream? Fuck you too.
What? No.